What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. It is a brand new week, and hopefully you had yourself an amazing weekend. And if you didn't, then we're here to pick you right back up.
Amazing.
How's it going, Francesca?
It's going great. Going great. Excited for this week.
Yes, it's a
We're
big
busy,
week.
busy bees, a lot going on, a lot happening.
Yes, a New York show.
This
Wednesday, there are a couple of tickets still left. And now they are scattered. So I put this on my Instagram. A lot of times people will reach out to us and say, is it weird if I come alone? No, it's not. We meet tons of people at every show that come alone, and they meet other Chicks in the Office listeners at the show, and they have a great time. And you don't, also, it's fun to go with your friends.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're not talking during the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I think that you can enjoy, it's like going to the movies.
Going to the movies, yep, totally.
So if you are thinking about coming, you've been on the fence, there are a couple of tickets left. We do have Simon Huck, who we got to see on Thursday, which was a delight. And that'll be so much fun.
He's super excited. We're super excited. We went to a little dinner for the Sniff Half Baked Harvest holiday candle. Mm-hmm. And that candle, I had that candle going all weekends.
Same.
Like I don't know if I've ever burned through a candle as fast as I have this candle. It smells unfucking believable.
It smells so good.
So the only bad thing about it is that it smells so good, it makes you want to eat cookies.
I know.
You know?
I actually got a bunch of ingredients last night to bake Christmas cookies today because of that candle.
It smells like gingerbread.
Before we talk about the rest of the dinner, let's talk about your hair. It looks fabulous.
Thank you.
You dyed your hair.
I dyed my hair darker.
It's like red.
It's like a reddish brown.
I love it.
Definitely. It's like perhaps a tad. I definitely wanted like a little bit of like a reddish hue, like a copper hue. So maybe a little more red than I had anticipated.
It looks great though.
But I do really like it. I saw my mom yesterday. She's here all week. Mm-hmm. And we watched the Eagles game. Disaster anyway. But she was like, so you've been thinking about this for a while, or like a spur of the moment decision?
Oh, man.
And I was like, no, I've been thinking about it for a while. Mm-hmm. I have always dyed my hair lighter.
Yeah.
And I've always, like, it's always where I was getting highlights. Mm-hmm. And honestly, after seeing that clip of us at the Rockefeller Tree
from 2017,
and my god-awful highlights, I was like, you know what? I think I'm done with highlights.
Well, let's just be honest, friend. Your hair was not looking like that.
No.
Recently.
It was
your
not
hair
at all.
wasn't looking like 2017.
It was not at all. But in my mind, I thought, oh, that was so long ago, and I was still going lighter.
Yeah.
Where I was like,
but you went like more like a reddish light.
I was doing
red
doing
family.
like blonde highlights at that time, and then I went more reddish, more copper tone, which I liked a lot. But that's also really hard to maintain. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, the last couple of months, I was like, I'm growing my hair out a little bit, and I just want to see like if I just grow it out and not keep doing the highlights. And then like the last month or so, I was like, my hair is just two different colors. Up and like to my ear is like brown, and then it had like my washed out highlights. And I was like, I just want it to be one color.
Yeah, with some dimension.
Yes, exactly. And so I changed it.
Well, I think it looks fantastic.
Thank you. I like it a lot, and it's definitely different. Like it's different enough where I all weekend was still like catching myself in the mirror, being like, "Whoa,
yeah, it's
whoa."
We talked about this when you came back from dyeing your hair. It's like different enough, but not too much. Where it's like, oh, like fuck, that's a different person.
Yeah.
But it gives you that little feel that it's different.
It's like, it's not black.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. So I feel like it's not crazy, but different enough where I feel like I changed it, which I was also my goal. I was like, I want to feel like I really changed it.
Yeah, you made a change. You're grown up.
Yeah.
Well, I think it looks fantastic. And so you came back from dyeing your hair on Thursday.
Yes.
I was in your apartment alone. and I
Comfy cozy.
I was so comfortable and cozy on your couch.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I ordered Chick-fil-A. I put on Love Island.
Let me tell you,
blasted your heat.
You guys know, because you've been in some of these hotel rooms that she's been in where she's blasting the heat. I walked in, I was like, "Are you okay? It's 1,000 degrees in here."
And I was
she
still
was
cold.
She was still under the blanket. She was like, "What? Like I'm cold." I was like, "It's so hot in here."
I don't know what's happening. Once the weather turned cold, I received a permanent chill.
Yeah.
I have not been able to maintain a temperature that I am comfortable with in what feels like months now.
Yeah.
I'm always cold. Always.
No,
I'm always cold. Except
was
right now, I'm actually like a perfect temperature.
I was floored when I walked in the door. I was like, "I'm sorry, I have to turn this off."
You were like, "I can't do this."
I'm sweating.
That was like when Haley was doing our makeup in my hotel room, and I was freezing, so I put like the heat on, and Haley was like, "Bria, I'm sorry, we need to shut this off."
Yeah.
And then we shut it off, and then I got cold again. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've just gotten a permanent chill once the weather turned cold. But yeah, you came home. We went to the Sniff Half-Baked Harvest dinner, which was so lovely, and we were talking with Simon, and Simon, like, I don't think he realized the extent in which he would be a special guest.
Yeah.
He was like, "I'm just a yes person." He was like, "You guys asked me. I said yes. I had no idea my face was going to be plastered on a graphic." He was like, "I'm so in," but like, "Oh my God, I'm so nervous."
I thought I was, popping in, popping out. Like, we're like, "You're on stage for a long time, buddy."
He was like, it's going to be so much fun though. Like, we had such a good time with them on Thursday. It's going to be so much fun on Wednesday. So don't miss out on that. I got a big tree this weekend.
You did.
I got a big tree.
Let me upgrade you.
Yeah, that's what happened. So we were supposed to go out Saturday night. I'm so sorry to Noah. Noah was a part of this. We were supposed to go out Saturday night. We were all looking forward to it all week. Okay.
Yeah. I was maybe even going to come.
Fran was even going to come.
I was thinking about
it.
Like,
she was thinking about it. Big, like, we were like, damn, let's go have a night all week. Saturday we wake up. Tommy, he was like, "I am so sick." So Tommy was like really sick.
And
I was
the
like,
first tree to fall.
And then
tree domino to fall.
I got up and I looked at my arms, and I had a rash all over my arms.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my God, no, like, I can't cancel now because Tommy just said he's not going. We have to go. Like, I have to figure something out." So I was like, "Guys, I have a rash, but like, I will prevail. Like, the rash is going to go away." It did not go away. What happened was I took these new vitamins for the first time on Friday that my friends have been raving about. Let me tell you.
I showed them to my friends on Saturday as well. I was like, "Oh yeah, like I thought maybe we were going to have a club night." Like, we all, and I showed it to them. And Lauren was like, "Oh my God, I take those."
Yeah, no, everybody loves them, okay? Yeah. But I don't want to name it because it's just me. Like, it was a me reaction.
It was something with it has a lot of ingredients.
It has a lot of ingredients.
So there's something in there.
I'm clearly
allergic to one of them.
Sensitive to one of the ingredients. And we all know my skin is sensitive. And it's a thing for your skin. Yeah. So like, my friends have been raving about these vitamins, like, "Holy fuck, my skin is looking better than ever." Like, oh my God. And I was like, finally, I'm gonna fucking try these things. The way that you guys are talking about this is like, their skin is whoa. Tried it. The next day woke up, like, my arms and like my chest had like a rash. It wasn't like so severe, but I knew that was the only thing I did differently. So I was like, it has to be some sort of ingredient. There's a ton of ingredients in it. So I was like, it has to be something from this. Took a ton of Benadryl. And my aunt was like, "You gotta take Benadryl like 4 times a day." And I was like, "I can't be going to the club on Benadryl. No. That's a recipe for disaster."
Nope.
I also don't want to be in the club with a rash.
Nobody
wants to see a girl in the club with a rash shaking her ass.
Nope.
If you look over in the club and a girl is shaking her ass with a rash on her arms,
and a sleepy girl, you're half asleep up there,
half asleep, twerking with a rash on my arms.
Yeah, the Benadryl's knocked you out at that point.
Right. I was like sleepy all day, so I was so pissed off because I had really, really been looking forward to the night out. We were talking about it all week, and then I was like, "Guys, I sent pictures of my arm," because I was like, nobody's gonna believe me, because Tommy just canceled. They're gonna think that we're just canceling, like there's just a train effect. But you saw the picture. Everyone saw the pictures.
No, we all saw. Yeah, you know, that's a legitimate rash you had.
It was a bad rash. It's better now.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it went away. So really relieved about that. But we were sitting in the apartment, and I looked over at the mini tree, and I was like, damn, this shit's kind of sad. Like, it's just a mini tree, like whatever. And
I think Martha inspired you a little bit as well.
And yeah, seeing your tree, I was like, damn, like she got a tree in here. Yeah, you know, like I can move something around.
Totally.
But it wasn't even me. Marty was like, get up. We're going to get a tree. Yeah. He was like, get up.
I see you making a sad face.
He was like, get up right now. We're going to get a tree. I'm not like, get up. Don't, because I was sad about not going out. Yeah. And I was sad about the mini tree. And he was like, let's go get a big tree. It's going to put a smile on your face. I'm telling you. Because he was a real tree family. Like every year they went and got a real tree. And he was like, I know what to do. Let's go. Yep. So we got in the car. We drove. Went and got a real tree. And oh my God, the smile hasn't left my face. Yeah. Like, oh my God, what a treat. And all we had to do was move a chair around. We just moved it into another room. And I now understand, because obviously my family decorated my house when I grew up, but I never was like, oh my God, Mom, can we keep the Christmas lights all year round? Like,
yeah.
It didn't.
No, there's a power to decorating your own home.
Right. And after fully decorating Saturday and Sunday, the whole place, I got carried away. I now understand why people are like, man, I wish I could leave this shit up longer. Like, I was just basking in it.
We can leave the Christmas lights up till February.
Yep. And I called my parents and I was like, look at my real big ass tree. And my mom then called me the next day.
What's the lyric?
I think it's
February
January.
Or January.
She says January, which doesn't really make sense because everyone leaves it up to
It's January,
okay.
but people have been writing February. I think that's why you got confused, because people have been writing February online, but it's January. Yeah. And people, you do leave your lights up till January. It's usually after New Year's.
Yeah.
My mom calls me on Sunday. She's like, I just left church and I have something for you. And I was like, what? She goes, I heard your podcast. I have the name for your new tree. And I was like, well, I was just going to call her Big Ruth. Yeah. You know, because of mini Ruthie, Little Ruthie.
Little Ruthie.
And she goes, no, it came to me. Gloria. And I was like, you know what, Mom? We're going with Gloria.
Gloria is a great name. It's my grandma's name.
Yeah, Gloria. And then your mom, I posted on my story, your mom messaged me. She was like, that's my mother's name.
Yep.
Gloria it is. So now Gloria is shining bright in my apartment, and I couldn't be happier with a festive little weekend. I'm still, it looks great. I still have to add a couple of things.
Adorable.
Gloria's fantastic.
I have an angel.
Yeah, we were an angel family.
Angel,
and so was Marty, so that works out. You don't have to discuss whether angel or star. It's on its way from Amazon. Oh, pricey little angel.
Do you have some ornaments?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
Thankfully, people have given a ton of custom ornaments.
Yeah.
And I got some other cute ones from Amazon. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I'm just so happy about that.
Now, what did you do with the mini tree? Oh, no. Oh, no.
You should have brought it here.
You threw her out?
Goner.
Oh.
I know.
That kind of makes me sad. She could have gone right here.
I know. But let me tell you, she was fugly.
Oh, no.
And that's the part I've left out, is that we were looking at her Saturday.
Why'd you pick her then?
She wasn't when we got her. You know what I mean? Like she was, and then.
Does she eat a lot of cookies?
I don't know. No, she got like skinnier.
Oh, lost a lot of needles?
Yeah, like I don't know. Just something about her lost its luster quickly. Oh. And we were looking at her, and I was like,
damn.
She's just not cute. Like, not even, she's not what she was.
Yeah.
So.
R.I.P. Ruth.
Yeah. But
she didn't even make it to Christmas.
No, put her down.
We did. We put her down.
Literally didn't even make it to Christmas.
But so many other decorations like filled the living room. So it was like we weren't even missing her after that.
Yeah.
You know? Sorry. R.I.P. Ruth. Gone, but surely forgotten as well.
Yeah,
we will forget about her because she wasn't really anything
it's
special.
Will not be remembered fondly.
No. So how was your weekend?
Great. I had a really nice, relaxing weekend. Didn't really have any plans, which was nice. Just like went out to dinner, hung out with some friends. Had some friends came over, which was nice.
I saw you guys playing cards.
Yes.
I love a game night.
Yep. We went out to dinner Saturday night. Saturday, morning, afternoon, we really wanted, oh, let's go get brunch or something, whatever, to be festive. And we walked around through Chelsea Market. We were being very touristy, in New York, walked through Chelsea Market.
That's always fun.
And then, I was just really missing a mall. I haven't been to a mall in a long time. I love a mall decorated during the holidays. I said, let's just go walk around Hudson Yards. And Hudson Yards is a fancy schmancy mall. It's there's 4 stores I would actually walk into because the rest are all high-end designer places. Yeah. But it was just nice. I was just I don't know. I just missed the feeling of walking through a mall, in and out of stores. All the lights decorated everywhere, trees hanging. That I just, I love a mall during the holidays. I do.
I can't relate because I go to the mall often.
Yeah, I see. I don't get that. I don't get that joy.
And so I wish I could be I'm
excited
for
a mall.
But
I know. I just
actually hate going to the mall.
I love the mall. I've always loved the mall. I'm one of those people that my mom would kill me because I would want to go to the mall, not on Black Friday, but Saturday or Sunday. I would want to go to the mall.
Oh God, what a disaster.
After Thanksgiving, because all the decorations would be up.
Yeah, the deals.
The deals were still going.
Yeah.
But I
so many people.
The crowds, I live for it.
Really?
I loved it. Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Fighting for a parking space.
I just think sweaty. I'm just thinking, because you got your big coat because it's cold, and then once you're in the mall, you start sweating.
Yeah,
that's where the mall loses me. I like the mall in the summertime, when I don't have to worry about a jacket and I'm just free.
The air conditioning's blasting.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Everybody's just hustling around. They're buying their gifts, bags. Everybody got bags in their hands.
Everyone's happy, full of holiday cheer, fighting with each other in the mall.
Yep. So we just walked through Hudson Yards for a little bit. And then went home.
There's something nice about being a tourist in New York City every once in a while.
Absolutely.
Hitting Times Square when you haven't been there. No. I'm not saying often. Times Square when you haven't been there in a year or so.
Yeah.
And all you find yourself in Times Square for whatever reason. You're I could appreciate it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're that, wow.
I really don't mind. I totally, I really don't mind it. Chelsea Market was absolutely packed. And I was okay, this is not great. But I was still looking in all the windows, being oh, look at this shop, look at that shop.
Yeah.
Joe was looking at me I'm gonna kill you. He's I'm getting elbowed by tourists left and right here. Let's get out of here.
So that's probably how the people in, because you know how there's always TikTok and reels about what's the Bryant Park market?
The holiday markets.
The holiday markets around town, whatever.
Grand Central Station.
Yeah. That's probably how the people in London feel when I was talking about Borough Market or Camden Market, and it's you got to go see those things.
Totally.
And the people visiting New York probably see these markets and they're oh my God, I got to go visit the Bryant Park Market. And then they show up and they're holy fuck, there's so many people here.
I was walking through Chelsea Market. I'm oh my God, this is so cute. We should really come here so much more. And Joe was no, we shouldn't.
No, absolutely not.
Not at this. Yes, it is really great, but not right now. Not at this time of year.
Maybe in March.
Yeah, not when it's it's all decorated for Christmas. Everybody's buying gifts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just really in the holiday spirit on Saturday. I was oh, Joe, look at all these little stores we could buy gifts for people. He's I'm squashed.
Yeah. He's let's just order it online.
Yeah. He's I'm starving. Let's please go eat something.
It's just nice to see it, once.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
That was
definitely.
me yesterday. I guess every Sunday of December on Fifth Ave, they have all these concerts going on. They shut down all of Fifth Ave. You guys should go. It was really nice.
What part? I mean, they don't shut down all of Fifth Ave.
No, it's from Central Park to like 52nd Street,
Oh, that's
and they
nice.
have all these like shops and everything.
That sounds like your dream.
It was.
Is it like?
I
Is
didn't
it
even
just
know what it
like
was.
a
just walk
little,
around,
I
you're
was
like,
going
wow.
to go to a store,
like a little flea market type?
Not
vibe?
even. It's like they literally have like this. They have names for the stages. It's like a mini festival type
wow.
thing.
Cute.
So there was like a jazz band, and there was singers, but it was like raining, so no one was there,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like the only one watching.
It was like really shitty out yesterday, huh?
Yeah,
Did you see the tree?
I did. I walked by. I did a little trivia on my story for the people.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
I
What's
did.
the answer?
You couldn't. A lot of people were saying it didn't work, but I did see a lot of. You didn't know?
No, I didn't.
What was your
It's
guess? be?
the what were the options?
Well, the question was,
What song?
what
is playing?
song is playing in Elf when Buddy sees the Rockefeller Center
Yeah.
tree?
What were the options?
And the options were "You Make Me Feel So Young," "Sleigh Ride," and "Pennies from Heaven."
I feel like it's.
I don't know.
Wow, you make me feel so.
I also
You make
haven't.
me feel so young.
I've seen Elf, obviously, but I
You
haven't
make
seen
me
it a
feel
ton of times.
Oh, I've seen it a billion
has
times.
sprung. Maybe it's that one or Pennies from Heaven.
What is it?
It's "You Make Me Feel So Young."
Yeah. Okay.
because it's when they're on the date. When he's on the date.
Yeah.
But a lot
right,
of people
right,
got
right.
it confused because he is
You
like
make me
earlier in the
feel
movie
so
running around to
young.
"Pennies from Heaven" all throughout the city.
Yes. Yes.
But that's early on.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was nice.
Oh,
The
you
tree
tried
was
to
nice.
you tried to trick the people.
No, I didn't. I just wanted to see because honestly,
if
I
people
was
knew.
like, "Is it Pennies?" And then I,
Yeah.
Elf is not.
How does Pennies from Heaven go?
"Pennies from Heaven, shooby doo."
Oh, thank you. Perfect.
That was
a good
so
Shooby-Doo.
good. Oh my god, I'm
love
blown
that
away.
Shooby Doo. Yep, that's honestly all you needed to do.
Yeah.
to remind
Yeah,
me.
that was really
like
good.
I couldn't in my mind I couldn't.
Yeah.
And it's all about
Play
like the instrumental too. It's like bum ba dum.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, Elf is not the kind like it's not one of those I watch like every year. You know how
Oh.
people watch Elf every
Love
year?
Elf.
I don't watch Elf every year.
I do for multiple times probably.
Elf is like a top 3 Christmas movie for me.
No,
I
it
agree.
is. It's
Love Actually and Elf, and I don't know what the third one would be, but
The holiday.
honestly, maybe. Like I haven't watched it more than one time ever. I think, but like
Love the holiday.
I always think of like I like it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know other ones. I'm trying to
I
think.
don't know. Maybe I'll
The
pop,
holiday is always a once a season watch as well.
I'll pop Elf on this year, just because it's like wow I haven't
Yeah.
watched.
For somebody that loves clicking through the channels, it's always on.
No, I know.
Like you can always catch some part of Elf on TV.
You want to know why? It's like almost I feel like I know it too well, even though I haven't. I saw it a bunch when I was younger,
Yeah.
and then it's one of those where I'm like,
It's just quoted so much
it's
online.
quoted so
and
much, so I'm like,
used.
I see Elf every day.
Yeah. Yep.
We got some holiday trivia coming up, so maybe do your
Oh,
do your
some
studying.
some studying.
Right. I have to do some studying. Shit, that's on Wednesday.
I gotta do a Home Alone rewatch. I've not watched
That's
Home
another.
Alone.
Actually,
I
that's
haven't watched Home Alone in like a really long time.
Yeah,
Which one? Which Home Alone do you like better? Sarah and I were discussing.
I've never seen the second. I've only
What?
seen the
I don't
first.
think I've seen the second either.
What? Home Alone 2 is so much better because it's in New York.
Yeah.
The Plaza.
I haven't seen. Oh, did you guys see Macaulay Culkin get his
Yes.
That was
Hollywood
so
star?
sweet.
That was so
with Brenda Song. I'm so
That
happy
was
for
so
them.
sweet. Ugh,
That was really sweet.
cutie little kids.
Wait,
and-
so you guys like
Catherine
Home Alone
O'Hara.
too? Better?
No, I think she said she likes
no,
the
I
first
think
one.
a lot. It's a heated debate,
It's just like
and a lot of people do like the second
something
one more.
about it is so much more holiday themed because it's in New York City during the holidays, and he's staying at the Plaza Hotel. It just
Right, and
he's
and
in New York.
the
like,
first
Yeah.
Home Alone is like he's home alone.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
kind of
Like
more
it's
scary.
like
He's like in its town.
he's not
alone.
even
Yeah.
a holiday cheer really.
Yeah,
That maybe I'll watch Home Alone too.
You should. It's. I think it's way better.
All right,
Well, I don't know about way better, but it's just I like.
but
it
you
more.
like it.
noted.
All right, let's get into the topics for today's show. We are going to be talking about Deuxmoi and their battle with Taylor Swift and Tree this past weekend. Florence Pugh was hit in the face on stage, which we have to stop doing as a society. The Academy Museum Gala was on Sunday night, so we'll talk about the
Some
looks from
stunning
that.
looks.
Golden Bachelor.
They tried to take Gary
They
down.
tried to cancel the man very close to his
Yeah.
finale.
Yeah,
We have weekly.
and we'll talk about who won.
Yeah. we have Weekly Watch Report, and we have a great interview with Amanda and Jordan from Winter House, also Summer House and Summer House Martha's Vineyard.
Yep.
So let's get into it, starting off with the topics. Sometimes buying tickets to an event could be stressful, but you shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. We've all been to great concerts thanks to Game Time. Noah's been to a couple, Fran has been to a couple, I've been to a couple, all thanks to Game Time giving you the last minute tickets that you need to go to the event that you want to go to. You can browse through the Game Time app and find upcoming events in your area, even the day of or even close to an hour before the event. You can find last minute tickets, flash deals, and zone deals. They're easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. Game Time is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. You can see the view from your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. All in prices show your total upfront, so you know you're getting a great deal without the hidden fees. You can take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. The battle has reached the forefront. Deuxmoi versus Taylor Swift's camp has finally come to a head.
Yep.
Now, if you follow Deuxmoi and you keep up, then you know that Deuxmoi has been posting for what seems like years now that Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn had some sort of marriage ceremony in the time that they were together.
Right. Maybe not like a legal thing, but some sort of ceremony.
She
is adamant that happened.
That they had a ceremony.
She wrote, "Put it on my tombstone. I will die on this hill," she said.
She is so adamant about this.
Yeah.
And now this is where Tree stepped in.
So
Tree is Taylor Swift's publicist.
Yes. And Tree came in and she posted the screenshot of the Deuxmoi story where she wrote, I will die on this hill, that she had this ceremony in either 2020 or 2021 in the UK. And it was described to me as a, quote, marriage, unquote, by more than one person. It was never made legal. She wrote, "I will die on this hill, put it on my tombstone. I have no reason to lie. I could give a shit what she does. I'm sorry she didn't tell you guys about it in a song, but just because she doesn't sing about something doesn't mean it didn't happen." Tree posted the screenshot and wrote, "Enough is enough with these fabricated lies about Taylor from Deuxmoi. There was never a marriage or ceremony of any kind. This is an insane thing to post. It's time for you to be held accountable for the pain and trauma you cause with posts like these." And obviously that erupted. Everyone freaked out. Tree has commented on literally nothing ever on behalf of Taylor. In this kind of public way, like on Tree's own stuff. I think people were saying the last time maybe there was a comment from Tree was like during the Kanye stuff. So like it's been a while. And this is the thing that she decided to comment on. And I saw a lot of speculation on why this could be and what was this, why was it this moment and this conversation. There's been a lot of critique now, right, of Taylor and Joe's relationship because she seems in such a happier place or in a better relationship, whatever the fans want to tell themselves about Taylor and Travis, which, I think we're all on board with. But this, to me, is like, we need to close this chapter, Like the speculation on was she married to Joe, like Taylor's done with that. Mm-hmm. I'm over it. I don't want anybody talking about that. It didn't happen. And make way for what could happen with Travis. That's how I feel. I'm like, if you're commenting on this now, you must be like so happy in your relationship where you're like, I want this gone.
Yeah.
No, let's put that story to bed. There was no marriage. Because I do think that if, say, there was a Travis and Taylor engagement in the near future, there would be conversation about like, well, did she really get married to Joe? Was that a real thing? Or was that like not a real thing? Was that legal? Was that not? Did she have to get divorced? Like what, all these things that there would have been more speculate. Is this her first marriage? Or, people would speculate so much more. And so Tree's like, didn't happen.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious she didn't get legally married.
Yeah.
Isn't that like you could just look that up? Like if somebody gets legally married.
Yeah, I think the UK has different, I think there's something's different in the UK about that. I don't know for sure, but I feel like I remember seeing people say that when Deuxmoi first started posting that they had
Different
some
rules.
ceremony in the UK, that there were different. It's not like, I don't know. That I could be completely making up. I have no idea. Obviously, for us in the U.S., like you can look it up, but
yeah, I think that you're right. I think that Tree and Taylor are probably like, oh my God, can we just stop with the speculation? Like the relationship's over. So at this point, there really is no need to speculate if there was some sort of ceremony or not, because the ceremony didn't work. They're done. They are not together. Joe and Taylor are never going to be together ever again. Yeah. That is in the past, and she's moved on and is in a happy relationship with Travis. So, like, let's just put that to bed, whether there was a ceremony or not. Clearly, Tree is saying there was no ceremony. She's very adamant about that. And then Deuxmoi is like, I will die on the hill that there was a ceremony.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nuts because, like, it is crazy, and it is how the internet works now, is that, like, an anonymous person or an anonymous source can swear by anything and people will buy into it because that person is like, it's just anonymous. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird how the world works now, that like people can just buy into what an anonymous source is saying about things. Who even knows where it's coming from? Who even knows if the source that told Deuxmoi this is telling the truth?
Yeah.
There's so many different webs. I will say this though. I understand Tree and Taylor, and they're so frustrated. Do you think the pain and trauma line maybe was like maybe could have been worded a little bit differently?
No, I really don't. I just because, I don't know, I think, and Deuxmoi said that, and she posted on her story too, like saying, she wrote, well, I make $0 from lying. Can publicists say the same?
Yeah.
And then she said, also to relate something that is in reference to something that happened years ago to pain and trauma after what just happened seems like a poor choice of words. Either way, I apologize to Taylor.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm just proposing a question because pain and trauma can come in all different ways.
Yeah, sometimes I also feel like when there is backlash for Deuxmoi, there can be a lot of attitude. Mm-hmm. That I feel like we get through the posts.
Through the phone, like you could feel the attitude.
I can feel the sass and the attitude, which, is fine because like making $0 from lying, I understand what that means, but also in the sense that like this is such a popular page now that makes money and has led to other business opportunities for this person.
Yeah.
A book
that
could be, I think, a book that was going to maybe be a movie or a TV show. It's like, there's so merch, like there's so many revenue avenues that have come from this account where it's like, yes, you're not deliberately lying, but a lot of what is shared is not true.
Yeah.
So, I don't really, that's where I'm like, that's not completely true. And I just feel like with the Taylor, with the pain and trauma, yes, it's an extreme line, but from how my own personal feelings of where the Taylor and Joe relationship has gone, and from what Taylor has alluded to in songs, and from what the rumors have been, I think she really wanted that commitment and he didn't give it to her. And so if a source is running rampant that you actually got married and that's like literally the one thing that you want and it's not true, like that's painful.
Yeah.
That sucks. That hurts. That could be traumatic.
Yeah, I think I think that pain and trauma can come in many different ways for many different people.
Yeah.
And I think that hearing rumors about yourself or seeing different things for Taylor can bring back, like you said, past and pain about a certain situation. So she's kind of just like, let's just put this to bed.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about this anymore. I'm moving on and I'm happy. And I think you're right. Like saying that you make $0 from lying, maybe you're not
Maybe you're
necessarily
not
doing the lying, but you are posting what could
be-
possibly
yes.
potentially be lies.
Yes.
Because she does post like, by the way, like not everything is 100% fact, accurate.
And-
like who knows?
And Deuxmoi completely says that too. So it's like you have to. That is also on the reader to have some awareness of not just believing everything that's posted.
Right.
And they're very clear about that.
Yeah.
Like it's like I am posting these. It could be true. It could not be true. Here's what it is. They're blind items. That's the whole blind item business. We have to have some cognitive recognition of like, oh, let's think about that. Let's not just believe everything right off the bat. And also so much of what Deuxmoi posts is like fun, lighthearted stuff of things that like aren't crazy. But then there's some stuff that dips into celebrities like deep personal lives that feels like we're really speculating at that point. But like business rumors or this person's getting this job or this is like what has happened. This person was seen at fucking Erewhon buying sushi like that. That's not hurting anybody.
Right.
But
what's crazy is, like you said, it's kind of like, as a reader, you need to have the awareness of like, all right, not everything I'm reading is true. But for some people, they can't do that. They're like, whatever is posted is 100% true, even though Deuxmoi writes like, by the way, like, I'm not sure if this is 100% true, just what I'm being told.
Yeah.
So this one in particular is a little bit different.
This one's different because she was like, I will die on this hill that this is
true.
Right.
Yeah. So this one is a bit different, but that is just in general. So it's interesting. Clearly it striked a nerve to the point where Tree felt like she had to publicly, comment on this. I can imagine going forward that like Deuxmoi isn't going to keep posting that Taylor Swift got married. Like I think at this point,
I would think that
she's going to be like, all right, I'll just, at this point, like what's the point?
What's there to gain from posting that?
There's no gain. You're just going to get a bunch of Swifties mad at you. For continuously posting this when Tree and Taylor are like, please stop posting this.
Yeah, exactly. And especially I do really think that like where she is in this part of her life now and like clearly she is in it with Travis right now and it's like maybe she just wanted that stuff to be over and done with.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, they're out wearing squirrel Christmas sweaters together at a Christmas bar in Kansas City.
Although she's not a good luck charm anymore.
But they did lose.
I saw some funny memes where it was like Taylor figuring out that the Chiefs don't win every game.
Yeah.
They're not doing so great, huh?
I mean, it's not bad. They're 8-4. So, but it's like they're definitely in a tough spot.
They're in a rut right now.
Yeah, I don't even know if I necessarily would consider it a rut.
2 games in a row losing?
Yeah.
I would call that a rut.
Yeah. Hey.
Taylor Swift flew all the way from South America for this?
As a sports analysis, I would call 2 games in a row losing a rut.
And, Taylor's been living in his house in Kansas City, so it's not exactly like she...
No, it's done until February.
Oh, it's done.
February,
okay.
yeah.
I thought
Come on, get with it.
Oh, because I keep getting confused with the Super Bowl thing. I thought
No, it resumes in February.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the Super Bowl is in February.
Well,
yep.
They keep playing like this. She's not going to
if they don't get out of this rut that they're in.
No,
maybe he'll be in South America.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no, that was a crazy game there. The end of that game was pretty insane. So, and I really did keep thinking, I was like, wow, Taylor must be in that sweeping, like, whew, this is a lot. Like
they didn't show her that much, I feel like.
I don't know. Maybe you couldn't see it as much.
Maybe they got the hint, like, all right.
I thought that maybe like, there's a chance
let's dial it down.
Her people like talked to CBS or whoever
NBC,
in the NFL.
Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, and was like, don't show me every 5 seconds.
Yeah, like it's all right. I'm there, but we can tone it down. So that is what's happening with Deuxmoi and Taylor. I think right now that'll be the end of that, hopefully.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh, they were doing some press for Dune Part 2.
Yeah, Comic-Con, I think, in Brazil.
Yeah, and they were on stage posing for a picture, and Florence Pugh was struck in the face with an object. Why can't everyone be normal and not throw things at people on stage? Why can't they do it? Why have we not figured this out yet? I do not understand.
I know. Oh, yes, Comic-Con in Sao Paulo.
It's crazy to me that people can't have this figured out yet.
I know.
Why must you throw things?
And I also like, what was that? A pen?
I don't know. They haven't.
Like I have no idea what it was, but she got drilled in the face.
Yeah, like hit her right in the eye and the nose.
Yeah.
Like that could do damage to somebody.
I know.
Like I just don't understand. It really aggravates me that we haven't figured this out yet as a society, not to throw things at people on stage.
Stop freaking throwing shit.
Hard objects.
I know.
Why?
And there was like a big group photo, so it was like everybody was around. She's next to Austin Butler, the directors, Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet. Like everybody's in this picture. She just gets, I don't know, maybe somebody in the crowd was just like, they just closed their eyes and went, whoever this
could hit anybody.
Whoever I hit, it's a win.
There's no way they were aiming for Florence. That'd be a crazy shot.
I mean,
they were aiming.
They hit her right in the face
in general.
So.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm
Clearly
just why throw things in general?
Yeah.
Like
No,
it's just
I know.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was just a little thing.
No, we
just
cannot
absurd.
be. We really just have to stop doing that.
And
how about
people
Timothée
will
Chalamet
never learn.
Like, was he just in? I feel like I just saw him at the Wonka premiere in like Paris or London.
Yeah, I think it was in London.
London, and then he's in.
He's a
Brazil?
busy guy. Timothy's a busy guy.
That was a hell of an outfit he had on at that premiere. Did you see that with that sparkly top?
Interesting outfits from Timothy lately. He is Wonka.
So excited to see that movie.
I'm really excited
like
for
really
Wonka.
Like I think I have not gone to the movies in a really long time. I think the last movie I saw was
Barbie.
Yeah, it
Barbie
really might have
was
been
the last one I saw too. That's not that long. That was like the summer.
Yeah, but I mean it's the end of the year. It's December.
Yeah, that's true.
And I used to be like at least once a month, like moviegoer.
I almost went and saw Saltburn Saturday night.
Yeah,
but too late of a showing. It was
Fair.
like 10:30. I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna make it through this."
Yeah, no, I actually do really want to see Wonka.
But Wonka, I'm so excited for it. You know what song gives me chills every time, and I probably talked about this, the Imagination.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sing it because somebody DM'd Chicks in the Office and wrote, "Can you please tell Maria to stop singing on the podcast?" You saw that, right? You saw that DM? Yeah. It's
look around and
it's like the theme song, you know?
Do. There's nothing to
Pure Imagination.
Yeah. Well, you can't play it. We'll get in trouble.
Really? Can I play like 10 seconds of it or no?
Yeah.
Wait. Can I?
That's
or
why
is
you
that
sing. That's
illegal?
why we sing, because we literally cannot play the songs.
You know what I mean? That's all I'll play. That's all I'll play. But it's just like chills.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for that big time. That's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. I love all things Willy Wonka. We've talked about this.
Yep.
Not the Johnny Depp version.
Good.
No.
The Gene Wilder
I've never
version,
seen that one.
yes, but the Johnny Depp version, no. And by the way, I'm sure people already know this, but to clarify, Wonka is a prequel.
Yeah.
I've had conversations with people in my own life that are confused about Wonka. Why they remake? No. It's not a
prequel.
remake. It's a prequel.
It's how Wonka became Wonka.
How he became Wonka.
Yeah.
Which we are all wondering.
Yep.
So I'm excited about that.
How did he become Wonka?
How did he make it as Wonka?
How did he start that chocolate empire?
And his dad was a
find out in
dentist.
the movies.
And his dad was a
Yep.
dentist. That's a callback to the trivia.
Yeah.
A new Straight Talk wireless offering is now available, where you can get a Walmart Plus membership included on select Straight Talk wireless plans for free. Only Straight Talk Wireless gives you unlimited data, talk, and text, plus a Walmart Plus membership included on select plans for free. Some of the perks of Walmart Plus through select Straight Talk wireless plans are free delivery from Walmart stores, free shipping, no order minimum, Paramount Plus membership, and member prices on fuel gas savings. Straight Talk Wireless is available at Walmart and Walmart.com. Once again, Straight Talk Wireless is available at Walmart and Walmart.com, and it comes with all of the select Straight Talk Wireless plans, free delivery, free shipping, Paramount Plus membership, member prices on fuel. Once again, Straight Talk Wireless is available at Walmart and Walmart.com. Academy Museum Gala. Just want to talk about the fantastic looks.
Stunning
Like,
looks.
Why? Like, when I see people dressed for this, I go, why aren't they picking out these dresses for everything they go
I
to?
know,
Because,
right?
oh my gosh. Absolutely stunning, everybody.
So
Everybody
beautiful.
killed it.
They really did. And if you're curious as to what this is, it's the Academy Museum Gala, which is an annual event. I think this was maybe the third one. They haven't been doing it for this long.
This was the one that Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber took that picture at last year, correct?
Yes, and it's to raise money for the museum. Now, kind of like, it feels like it's taking on a lesser, of course, like the Met Gala is the Met Gala. But the Met Gala,
Is the Met Gala.
is to raise money for the museum.
Mm-hmm.
So this is to raise money for the Academy Museum. Now, this year's gala also honored special celebrity guests such as Meryl Streep, Michael B. Jordan, Oprah, and Sofia Coppola. Michael B. Jordan either crashed his car on the way there or on the way home.
Yeah, he crashed his Ferrari into a
Yeah.
parked Kia.
Yeah. Or was it a Ferrari or a Lamborghini?
His Ferrari into a parked
Into
Kia.
a parked car.
They said
nothing
no drugs
suspicious
or alcohol
was happening.
on site.
But
But
yeah.
they didn't do a field sobriety test right there, so maybe
Yeah.
he was good at hiding it. But that, by the way, that was just me saying that.
No, that's straight facts.
I
You're
don't know.
basically reading straight from
Yeah.
what the article had said. So some stunning looks. Oprah looked fantastic. I saw pictures of
Did
Oprah.
you see Oprah and Meryl Streep holding hands?
Yeah.
Now that's two powerful women right there.
Yep. Dua Lipa. I mean, everybody was there. Like, I was shocked. Obviously, the Haim sisters were there.
And they looked pissed.
And Selena Gomez was also there, probably absolutely furious that Taylor went to Green Bay.
The Haim sisters and Selena Gomez caught each other's eye in the gala, and they were like, can you believe?
Can you believe Taylor's at that game again?
And they're not even winning. The Haim sisters looked so salty on the carpet.
Oh man, I did love Oprah's dress. I'm scrolling through some
Dua
some
Lipa
photos.
and Addison Rae wore a very similar style of dress,
yeah.
but I loved it.
Black,
Addison Rae
like, lacy,
looked unbelievable.
Beautiful.
Unbelievable. Addison Rae, man, she kills it. Addison Rae, she took that TikTok fame and she's really doing something with it.
And
you know what I mean?
And
like, she's becoming she's an actress. She goes to these events. She doesn't post a lot on TikTok anymore, but she's still Addison Rae.
You know what I also really respect from her too is that she really handled all that family drama in a respectful way. I don't even know, it was that was so crazy what went down with her parents.
Yeah, her parents were acting so bizarre.
That had to have been so stressful for her, and she just kind of stuck to her guns,
Yeah.
Did you see these pictures of I always say his name wrong. Barry Cohen,
No.
the Irish actor.
He's in Saltburn.
Oh.
He's great. I mean, he's in a
He's an
ton of
awesome
stuff. He's a
actor.
great
Pictures, but
actor.
now I know who he
Cohen,
is.
and he went on that date with Sabrina Carpenter, apparently.
Oh, yes. That's
I
why I
kind
took
of
it
love
about.
that as a pairing. He seems like
A lot of people.
funny Irish guy.
You haven't seen the movie, but there's some nudity in it. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, she saw the movie," and she was like,
Oh shit!
She reached out.
Damn. Don't. Hey, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. Hailey Bieber and Kendall took some pictures together, but loved Hailey's black sequin dress. Kendall's
red dress.
Red. Kendall can really pull off red. I mean, Kendall can pull off any color, but red just looks exceptionally good on her, I think.
I think red looks fantastic on everybody. I think red is a
disagree.
color. Really?
Yep.
I think
I
red is
disagree.
a color that looks great on everybody.
"I never wear
I
red."
disagree. I think
Really?
red
I think
is
you would
a
look great
tough
in red.
I think
Thanks.
red is a tough color for some people,
Really?
depending on skin tone and hair color. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I disagree. I feel like red makes everybody pop.
No offense to the super pale people out there, but I think red and
Oh, I think
it just doesn't.
I think pale and red is beautiful. It's like porcelain.
Maybe. I don't know. They're just not.
Interesting.
Not my cup of tea. Loved this Kaya Gerber's polka dot dress. She looks like a princess. She always looks like a princess. I did see right back to where we were before that somebody wrote into Deuxmoi that they saw Austin Butler and Kai Gerber out at dinner and that they weren't really talking.
I will not judge anybody for that. Sometimes you go to
I
dinner
know.
and you're just so hungry.
Yep.
This has happened to me.
Yeah.
Where I can't eat until I can't talk until I get my food.
Yep.
Like if you catch me at a time where we're getting dinner and I'm like starving, I'm like, oh my God, the only thing I can focus on right now is when is my food hitting the table.
Yep.
Sometimes it's about being comfortable with people in silence.
I completely agree.
So I won't judge that.
I loved how much color people wore too. Like there were a lot of neutrals, but maybe because we're towards the holiday season, people were like red, green. Julianne Moore wore this beautiful emerald green color, which for her, like when the red hair and the green, like just I think looks so pretty. A lot of sequins, black, big moments, but the fashion was great. Saoirse Ronan, I loved. Did you see that? Like the 2-piece off-white set she wore was great. But really, like everybody was there. I didn't realize, like you see some of the pictures and then I looked at all the red carpet photos. I was like, oh, this is an A++ list affair.
Yeah.
Every year, I didn't even realize.
It was a hot list.
Alicia Vikander. There's some people who I was like, you don't even see these people out anymore. Like Alicia Vikander, you never see these days.
I had the biggest crush on Alicia Vikander.
Yeah,
Still
she's.
do.
I mean, well,
Audible
she's stunning.
moan.
Yeah, she's stunning. But I mean, truly, really, some great looks. A lot of sparkle, a lot of fun, and then a couple. Honestly, only a couple I really didn't like. This is a tough one. This is tough for Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Not my fave.
Not the best that I've seen.
Yeah, not my fave.
This is hard because we're talking about a bunch of looks.
We're talking about a bunch of looks that people can't see, but hey, maybe you saw them.
Maybe you can, if you
maybe
want.
You saw them all.
Okay, we're going to put it in YouTube. But also, if you're only listening and you're not watching on YouTube, then you can look online and scroll through while you hear us talk about it. Last topic, the Golden Bachelor, Gary. They tried to take this man down at his final hours of reality TV. He, right around the time of the Golden Bachelor finale, which was Thursday night, like a couple days before, the Hollywood Reporter released this article about Gary from a woman, anonymous, that he dated right after his wife passed.
Yep.
They dated for
quickly after,
like a month after. They dated for a couple years, and apparently, according to this article, this woman said that Gary wasn't so nice.
Yep.
And now I just have to say, they will try to take down anybody these days.
Yeah.
They don't care if you're a 72-year-old man trying to find love on the Golden Bachelor.
They will dig for those skeletons.
Dig from what you did in those 72 years of life.
Yep.
And they will find something to bring you down.
I know. There was also some question marks around his job because on the show he was called a retired restaurateur, I believe, and his LinkedIn wasn't lining up. Like it was like, his LinkedIn last post on his LinkedIn was years and years ago when they found other jobs that he's done since then and other people that he's worked with or been employed by. And I'm reading this and I was just like, we're expecting a 60 at that time, right? Like 60 plus year old guy to like be updating his LinkedIn all the time. Like, I don't know. It just felt like we were reaching a little bit. And
like, are we supposed to care about this?
I understand. And look, I get it. This woman who dated Gary clearly had a bad experience.
She's jealous. She's watching him on TV.
Yeah, it did not end. It didn't go well. Gary was clearly not the nicest guy in that relationship.
Yeah.
And that is her side, that's her side of the story. Gary's been asked about it a little bit. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna, I'm so happy in the present, not gonna comment on my past behavior. Like, I don't know, losing your wife, probably super traumatic. I would assume.
Right.
And you're jumping into a new relationship right after. Maybe you are kind of a dick.
Right. And I also think at 72 years old, he's probably like, what the fuck am I going to apologize for? You know what I mean? He's probably like, oh my God, I got to do a public apology about this. Like, in his eyes, he's probably like, he's lived a life.
Yeah.
He's probably exhausted. Like, what am I going to do? Sit here and apologize at 72 years old about a relationship that that wasn't the best?
Yeah.
He just lost his wife. Now, are we making excuses? Maybe.
We might be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I think trying to take down this man for whatever reason.
Look, this woman is valid
For
in her
this, like, I was expecting to read something crazy.
Yeah,
of course, if Gary did something that we felt like Gary should be punished for, we would say it.
Yeah.
But reading this
just sounds like he was kind of an asshole.
It just sounds like he was like a little bit of an asshole after his wife died.
Yeah.
Maybe not a little bit, maybe a lot of bit of an asshole after his wife died.
Yep.
And he shouldn't have jumped into a relationship so soon.
Yep.
And he made some not so nice comments to the person he was dating. And maybe he didn't update his LinkedIn. Sue him.
Yeah.
But I think at 72 years old,
and she wanted to share this story.
You're probably going to find something where he was maybe a little bit of an asshole at some point in his 72-year-old life.
I know. I agree. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this woman, very valid in, like, being pissed off, right? Like, I can't. That feeling has got to suck. When you know this guy did not treat you well and he is plastered all over television as this amazing man and he's just
this noble gentleman.
He hasn't found love since his wife died and he's looking for a relationship, when it sounds like Gary may have been a little bit of a dog after his wife.
Gary was
after his wife died.
Like, Gary is a dog. I mean, we saw it on the show.
Gary dated multiple people. Yeah. And 100%. We also remember we're watching a reality TV show where they are selling us this picture perfect older man looking for love. Like, they're not going to tell us, like, oh, well, Gary has had a few relationships since his wife died. They all failed.
Yeah, right. They need to paint the story.
They're going to sell us the story that, oh, God, this poor lonely man, after his wife died, he's been all alone, just waiting for the right person to come around. Because that's the story The Bachelor sells us.
Yeah, and maybe Gary didn't even tell them about his past relationships.
Yeah.
Maybe The Bachelor's selling a story that Gary sold to them. Maybe Gary is a story seller.
Yeah, it's...
Now they have me. Now they have me.
Well,
questioning Gary.
Production,
but only because I find this to be funny.
It's
like of course, this woman, if she really, had a traumatic experience with Gary, I feel sorry for her, and that sucks that Gary was an asshole to her, and I'm sorry to her. But there's just something I think we can all admit is a little bit funny about people trying to cancel this 72-year-old Golden Bachelor man that they have painted as this, like, sweet old man. Like, there are tons of, celebrities and actors that are that age that, if they did something really bad,
there's been plenty in Hollywood of older guys who have done some bad shit.
Older people can be canceled. I want that to be, or whatever the word is. I think,
held accountable for their terrible actions.
Better way to word that.
Yeah.
It's just like the Golden Bachelor.
Right.
What are we doing?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's
for what was in the article.
Yes. Yeah.
If the article consisted of other things, obviously we would be like down with Gary.
Yeah.
But it's just from what we are reading at face value, I don't feel like we need to take down this man.
No. I agree. And at the end of the day, like he said in these interviews post-show, and spoiler alert, if you haven't finished yet, which I'd be shocked if this was not spoiled for you, it was all over social media. Gary did find somebody and he did propose. And so now when he's being asked about it, it's like, oh, I'm focusing on the positive in my life and the good stuff. And he did propose to Teresa, and they're getting married on TV in like a month. So Like they're jumping in.
Did I roll my eyes a bit at them having a televised
TV wedding?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, fair.
Clout chaser.
I do feel like when you are at that point in your life, I don't know. I mean, completely speculating because we're in our 20s. But if ABC approaches you and they're like, hey, TV wedding, we foot the bill. It's all hunky dory. If I'm Gary and Teresa, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Right.
Saves us the trouble.
They probably think this is so cool and exciting.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, yeah, let's get married on TV.
Yeah. So they're doing that.
But do they want fame and clout? Clearly.
Yeah, they are doing that. But it's all worked out. It all worked out in the end for Gary, it seems, besides, this Hollywood Reporter article tried to put a wedge in the happy ending.
Which you have to expect, I guess.
Yeah, the Golden Bachelor was extremely successful. I think they're going to keep doing it. The Golden Bachelor finale had the highest ratings for any Bachelor show since Matt James' finale. So it's been a few years, couple years. And the Golden Bachelor had a big showing. I'm telling you, the people were, and like my grandparents were watching. I do think like an older generation watched this, and whether they loved it or hated it, but were watching. And my grandparents were talking about it on Thanksgiving, and my grandma was cracking me up. She was like, she's never watched any Bachelor show ever. And she's like, this guy, he spent the night with multiple women. Night after night. Like, she was like, that. She was like, it's just disgusting. It's just
despicable.
And then my grandpa just kept like making these side comments because he just thought it was so funny that Gary just cried so much. And during the finale, it was just very funny because he texted my whole dad's side of the family in the middle of the Golden Bachelor finale and just said, the Bachelor has been crying for close to an hour. It was just sad for, I was sad for Leslie. Leslie seems really great.
Leslie was fucking pissed.
She was
rolling her eyes, and I was living for it.
She was
seeing
pissed.
the videos of Leslie rolling her eyes at Teresa and Gary. And did you see Barb was at the finale? Barb just, I think, attends every finale now.
She's a super fan.
She clearly is. It's fan behavior.
She's a super fan. I could see Leslie would be a great Golden Bachelorette. I know that that's something that they're probably going to do. So I would vote Leslie to be Golden Bachelorette.
We'll see. All right, that wraps up today's topics. Chicks in the Office is brought to you by Body Armor Light, a natural, low-calorie, low-sugar hydration drink. Whether you're looking to stay hydrated or recovering from a long weekend, Body Armor Light has you covered. We have Body Armor Light stacked in the office, ready to go, especially on a Monday morning, giving you that hydration you need after a long weekend. We have it stacked throughout the office, and everybody's loving Body Armor Light. This flavor is strawberry banana. Strawberry banana is one of the best combinations there is. So to have that in Body Armor Light makes this an absolute delight. It's 0 sugar added, it's low calorie, and it's real hydration, real ingredients packed with electrolytes, vitamins, and nothing artificial. Body Armor Light has great tasting flavors. Like I said, the strawberry banana, but they also have peach mango and dragon fruit berry. Body Armor Light is available in stores nationwide, but you can head on over to the Body Armor store on Amazon and get yours today. Once again, Body Armor Light is available in stores nationwide, but you can head on over now to the Body Armor store on Amazon and get yours today. Welcome back to the Weekly Watch Report, where we talk about things we watched this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday. I sped it up because Fran
like
has to
said
record
Weekly
something.
Watch Report.
Oh, sorry, Weekly. Fran's
I
recording
like
the
that.
dozen
That
at
was
12,
like
so I sped it up.
that was like a good just press the fat like
Weekly Watch Report on Monday.
press the 1.5 button. You know?
All right. I'm going to fly through these until the one I want to talk about. Southern Charm, boom, watch that. Kardashians, boom, watch that.
Them?
I'm going to rate them.
Okay.
Game of Thrones, we got to the Red Wedding last night. Yeah. He was shocked and appalled. Like,
this is where like I laugh because I think that sometimes like the filming of the significant others comes off performative. When like the camera is like set up and you can tell it's planned. But like if you were sitting on the couch with your phone like like hidden, that's something I would have watched.
I'm gonna do it for when somebody else dies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna secretly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that he.
I mean, the red wedding is.
He was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
The red wedding, you like have to sit in silence for a good 30 minutes afterwards.
We didn't watch the last episode.
Yeah.
Because there's one more in the season. He was like,
"I need a break."
He was like, "I can't. Like, I have to like really digest
really
that.
have to process what just happened."
So, Southern Charm, I'm gonna give a C this episode. Just this episode.
Yeah, you know, I will say I was sad that like I was really looking forward to the idea of a cast trip that Paige was on so that they could all like hang out, and honestly I just like wanted to see more Paige, and then like Paige was like, I can't go. And I was like, oh man.
Right. So then we had to like watch
I was a little disappointed that she didn't go.
Yeah. Then we had to watch this awkward trip of them in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And like I'm so tired of Shep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, fair.
That's how I feel. So that gets a C. Kardashians gets a C for me this episode. It was like a wrap up, you know. Courtney announced she was having a boy.
I'm behind like I'm behind like three episodes.
That was like the big
maybe.
thing this episode. And I think that was it. I think that was the finale.
Yeah, might have been.
The way that they were talking seemed like it was the finale. Oh, and we saw Kim filming American Horror Story. So that was a little interesting, but it wasn't anything crazy. Game of Thrones, obviously, I'm not rating since it's a rewatch. I think that needs to be more clear on the graphic because whenever we write NA, not available, people are like, how dare you not rate
applicable.
it? They think that I'm like not rating it because I didn't like it. It's a rewatch.
Yeah,
so it's hard to like.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else could we.
No, I know. I just, every time I feel like I have to explain that that's why I didn't rate it. The one I want to talk about is May December. The new movie on Netflix starring Natalie Portman, Julianne Moore, and Charles Melton. I want to start off by saying that Natalie Portman, as cheesy as this is about to sound, was my like inspiration growing up.
Yeah.
Like when I got into acting, like Natalie Portman was it.
Yeah.
Because she was cast in Leon the Professional when she was like 11 years old. And she was fantastic. And she was always used as an example in like acting classes or whatever of like Natalie Portman, like because I was like around that age. It's like do the monologues that Natalie Portman did. And like, I just was always fascinated by how amazing of an actress she is. So I want to start by saying that she was fantastic. Okay. Julianne Moore, also a fantastic actress.
Yeah.
Charles Melton, great. Why there is Oscar buzz about this movie, Maria doesn't understand at all. Okay.
But is it like
no?
Is it like I have not watched it. Is it like an artsy fartsy movie that like you make sense that it would be?
In my opinion, it is an artsy movie, but not one that should be nominated for Oscars because nothing happens.
There's a lot of acting without dialogue. If that makes sense.
I will say that nothing. What happens is the plot,
right?
Like
the summary
of the movie that they give you on Netflix is what happens.
Yeah. Right, like this says 20 years after their notorious tabloid romance, a married couple buckles under the pressure when a Hollywood actress meets them to do research for a film about their past.
That is what happened.
I will say that I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was like an abrupt ending. Like I was like, oh, it's over. Like
that's how it was like, oh, it's over.
But I get it. I don't want to say anything because Fran hasn't seen it or people listening, but I get what they're trying to do at the very end, but it's just, I don't know. I didn't love it.
I just felt like there was no big thing that happened. Like the ending, it was like you said, like, oh, it's over. Like,
oh God, this is the movie that's based on Mary Kay and
yes.
Oh, I mean, everybody knows about them.
Yeah. So in the movie and in real life.
Oh my God. Okay, yes.
He's 36 years old now.
Yeah.
But when she was 36 and he was in 7th grade,
yes,
they got into a relationship.
Yes.
And Natalie Portman in the movie goes to meet with them to learn about them because she is portraying Julianne Moore's character, the older creepy woman, in a new movie.
Mm-hmm. She died in real life.
Yes. She got colon cancer.
Yeah.
At like 59 years old and died.
And I didn't realize that they split up.
Yeah, they split up and then she died.
But they were married.
Horrible woman.
Yeah.
Like you had sex with a 12-year-old when you were 36 years old. So you're horrible.
Yeah.
You feel bad for him, obviously, because he doesn't know life. Like, he was taken advantage of and comes to the realization that he maybe was not able, and kind of acts childlike.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, he never kind of grew up from that age because he was taken advantage of, and then comes to the realization that maybe he wasn't in the right mindset to make adult decisions like that. But like, that's it. Like, nothing happens besides. I know I'm just talking in circles, really, because I don't want to spoil it.
All three of them put on great performances.
They were fantastic actors. It just felt like the movie was lacking for me, but of course it has a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. You know, and if you look up the actors' names, Oscar buzz.
Everyone's
Oh my
talking
God.
I've only seen very positive things
I think
on social.
especially for him, everyone's talking
Everyone's
about.
like saying he deserves an Oscar.
I see what he's definitely not. I mean, the people he would go up against this year, there's no
Like,
way.
what? Like,
But-
I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, he was great.
Like, he's not beating Leonardo DiCaprio or Cillian Murphy.
Well, no, he's not. Like, there's no Oscar for him in this.
But I think he
No
might get
Oscar.
nominated. I wouldn't be upset if he got nominated. He put in a good performance.
I mean, yes, but also, like, what are we talking
There's a lot
about?
of, like,
It only
subtext
if
in
you've
his-
seen
in his
the movie,
performance.
we're talking in circles because we don't want to spoil the movie. But there's really nothing to spoil because, like I said, the
I was
summary
gonna
is what
say
happens.
there's
There's
really
nothing to
seem like there's
spoil.
too much to spoil. It's just a story about it's about this. It's based on on real life.
Can I spoil it? Can I give a warning? Do you care?
No, I really don't care.
Okay, warning if you want, even though it's not really a spoiler. Nothing they stayed, like, it's not like they split up or anything.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying if you know the couple, like if you know
No,
the backstory
in real
of the
life,
couple.
in real life they split up.
Yeah.
But not till
This is-
till 2019.
Yeah. I think like you can see that that's where it's going because he starts to question.
Yeah,
it
like
at
he
the
starts to question it, right? But then the movie
Do
ends.
they have children in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm saying
Their kids are graduating.
they were married until 2019.
Yeah.
And then she died in
end.
2020.
Yeah. It's not like an exact.
Right. It's not exact. It's not
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like loosely they say.
Based
Oh,
on
loosely
it.
based?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not like exact.
Okay.
They just realized that the parallels were there to this story, but it wasn't exactly based on this.
Okay.
But it's
which
very
is interesting because
which
the
is
casting
weird because
is
It's definitely
and
like
it's based on it
but
because
it's-
the
it's
list
not, like,
was based
factual.
off of Mary Kay, like how
Yeah.
she talked. So there is, but it's not like exact. But he realizes, he's like,
Natalie Portman's character like helps him.
yeah,
kind of,
basically she's
realize,
like,
but-
trying to tell him like something, like, this is bizarre.
right.
And then he realizes it, tells Julianne Moore, like, maybe I wasn't in the right mind to make those decisions. He cries a little bit. And then they just go to their kid's graduation and then the movie ends. Like, there's no, like, big fight. There's nothing. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
it's very same tone, the whole movie.
Right.
So it is,
But
like,
I think
artsy.
that's
Yeah.
like the point of the story is like it continued. Like that's where the crazy
Yeah, like what would happen? Like
that's like where the
Yeah.
crazy part is. That like they continued in their
I know.
I
I
thought
guess
the weird
it-
part was more with Natalie Portman's character, where they were trying to like insinuate that she like got so, because remember in the movie like
Mm-hmm.
that she's talking about acting and like sometimes the lines get blurred and you like don't know what's real or what's not, and then at the end when she's portraying her, it's like, oh, what is now she attracted to young kids because she's so like in this character? That's what I thought that they were trying to say.
Yeah, it was a little strange. Yeah, I guess it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But I people are raving about it, and they were all fantastic.
Yeah.
I just personally, at the end, was like,
So what do you give it?
I'll give it like a C.
Fair.
Because they really were great, and I think they're all great actors, and I literally will watch anything Natalie Portman's in. So it's like, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like an asshole.
So your opinion.
It's my opinion, but now that
your
we're
opinion is if
It is
Charles
crazy.
Mellon gets nominated for an Oscar, we riot.
It is crazy at the end of the
Because
movie.
he doesn't deserve it.
it's just like, it's not that he doesn't deserve it. It's just more like,
No, I haven't seen it, so like I really have no commentary.
need you to
but I
watch
am
it.
cracking. I was inside cracking up. Noah was like, "Well, like, I mean, what if he just gets nominated?" You're like, well, he's definitely not going to win, but like, what if he just gets nominated?
listen, he can get nominated all he wants. And this is no shade to Charles Melton.
Yeah.
I just don't think he put on an Oscar-worthy performance.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I
I think
also
he
just
was-
sounds like I don't think you liked the movie, which comes into play.
No, because I think Natalie Portman had a monologue in there that was like really fucking good.
Yeah,
I think that comes
Yeah,
into play.
yeah.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're
Yeah.
right.
It was weird that
I'm talking in circles. I understand.
at the end of the movie when the credits came up with the Justin Bieber boyfriend song. That was like a strange decision.
Wait, what?
No, that was just a joke because
Because of the teacher?
I
was like,
I was
wait.
like, wait, what?
No, I know, but
mean,
I was like-
you're gonna get me. I haven't seen
No,
it.
but I was like, they did that again? I was
turn
like,
it off before
I
that?
missed that. No, that was...
Imagine if they did that.
Well, it's kind of like how I felt about the teacher. Maybe I'm just really not into these storylines, clearly, because they're fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
And these people
Yeah,
should
I
be in
mean,
jail,
the premise of these
obviously.
movies. The premise
I mean,
of the
that's how
movie-
we felt with a teacher too.
Yeah.
Whereas
Right.
at the end, it's like, oh wait, so like after all this, he realizes like how fucked up it was,
And then
now
that's
that's it. Like, his
right.
life's
That's
over.
what I'm saying. It's the same thing I felt about the teacher. It was
Yeah.
like, life goes on, but what I just watched is really bizarre.
Yeah.
And it's really uneasy. And and I am sorry to Charles Melton. If you do get nominated for the Oscar, congratulations. I need you to watch.
I
But
will.
here's
I
my
will.
issue. I think you're gonna watch it and you're gonna go like, yeah, Charles Melton was, because you
Yeah.
you really like Charles Melton.
I do.
So I think you're just gonna be like, oh yeah, he was fantastic.
I've never
I
really
do,
seen
but
him
I
in
don't
anything
know.
else outside of this.
I mean, I'm Riverdale. Like,
Yeah, that's the only thing is Riverdale. And it's
it's not exactly a great acting prowess to compare it to. This is like his first. I think it's also because this is his first real like big thing that it's like, wow, like he
I think, yeah, people
can
are-
act. Because when you come off like a teen show like that, where and he has done other projects and he's done other things, but this is like there's so much buzz around this movie where it's like, oh my god. Wow, that was so impressive because we're thinking about him on fucking Riverdale.
Well, you want to know what's bad? You want to know? This is, I swear to God, an exact thought that I had after watching this movie.
Okay.
Because I was like really trying to figure out what was wrong with me that I didn't see the Oscar buzz.
Yeah.
And I literally had this thought. I was like, Noah could have fucking played that part. Like,
I could not.
no.
Well,
You
we've
could have.
seen Noah's acting skills,
And-
and he definitely couldn't.
No. But that's exactly why. It just was a person who's like very like monotone and like awkward. And
Oh, thanks. Awesome.
No, when it comes to acting, like when you're put on the spot for acting, not in real life.
Yeah.
Like when you're put on the spot to act
Yeah.
in something, you become very monotone and awkward. That's not
yeah,
wrong.
Because I'm not an actor.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is like you could have
But I think
played
that's
this.
who his character was.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like, I'm just like playing devil's advocate because I literally have not seen the movie, but I'm like,
He
well,
would-
the
you would-
character is probably
Yeah.
supposed to be
You wanna
really
be like-
monotone.
No,
and
he
really
was
awkward.
supposed. That's what I'm saying. He was great at being
Yeah.
monotone
So
and
he's
awkward.
good.
But I think Noah could have played that.
Yeah. Hey, it's that being monotone and awkward is hard to do.
I'm sounding like a major hater. Meanwhile, I thought he was really good. Like I didn't think he was bad. I just am the way that people are screaming Oscar buzz. You
Yeah,
would have
yeah.
thought he was the Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he was really good.
Yeah.
Moving on. I'm gonna shut up.
So-
I'm
oh,
so
you gave it a
sorry.
C.
I'm so sorry that I just talked in circles about that. I really do apologize.
Oh, you're okay. I watched. I'm gonna go fast as well. Where is my?
I said I was gonna go fast, and then I went on a 20-minute rant about the Oscar buzz with Charles Melton.
I caught up on all my Bravo, all my Real Housewives.
Oh, I watched
Southern
Real Housewives of
Charm,
Beverly Hills.
Miami.
Put that down for me.
Special Forces finale. Special Forces finale was great. I don't really have too much commentary on it. I feel like once you get to the end of the show, it's just like really fucking impressive what they're doing. Like, honestly, ending thoughts was I was honestly pretty annoyed Tom Sandoval made it as far as he did. Just kind of ruined it for me, to be completely transparent. Just like really don't enjoy watching him. But extremely proud of like everybody that made it to the end. Tyler, like JoJo. It's just so impressive. Nick Viall fucking crushed it too. Like really, I saw a meme that was cracking me up because it was like Hannah Brown who won as well, and Tyler and Nick. And it was like, what does the fucking Bachelor put these people through that they're so good at Special
I
Forces?
saw that, yeah.
Which made me laugh. So Special Forces, I'll give a B. Great show, great season. Southern Charm, I'll give a C+. Real Housewives of Miami, man. This show deserves more people talking about it. I give these last 2 episodes of Miami, I am giving a B+. It is must-watch reality TV because it is so fucking absurd. And these ladies are just out of their mind. And I saw some commentary that like Bravo is not giving these ladies enough credit. Like, I guess only one of them has been on Watch What Happens Live since the premiere. And I think Gertie is on this week. But this show, on it, like, there's some serious real life shit happening on this show. And somehow they make it into like reality TV fodder. Without giving too much away, I mean, it is. If you're not caught up, you probably don't want to listen to me talk about it. But Gertie, which has been all over the news, so this isn't exactly like it was new. Gertie was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she tells Larsa Pippen.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about it, but I watched it all happen again. Larsa tells everybody. Just tells everybody. And the way it's edited, it's like, you know, it's like so ridiculous. And then in this last episode, like they're ready to go at it because it comes out that Larsa was telling everybody. And it's just like crazy that this is what they're arguing about. Like Gertie like had a couple drinks or something. And Larsa was like, well, does she have cancer? Like it's just like insane speculation. Like they're speculating on whether or not this woman has cancer. And it's absolutely ridiculous. The lines that come out of these ladies' mouth, like Adriana is so out of her mind as well. Adriana, and I mean, this is a thing. People go and people are doing it nowadays and it helps people, but it's kind of freaky to watch on TV. Ketamine treatment.
Yeah.
And Adriana goes for ketamine treatment and like you watch her in the chair and like all the emotion she goes through. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Larsa at a charity basketball event. She calls Adriana. She's like, we're doing this charity basketball thing. It's for Make-A-Wish. And Adriana goes, oh, I love Make-A-Wish. And I'm like, sometimes the words out of these ladies' mouth just kills me. Beverly Hills has also been really good. I'm going to give that a B+.
Same.
Little too much, like, I don't know, this Kyle Sutton stuff is building and now I'm getting, like, clearly they're coming to a head here. And that weed dinner that they have, first of all, I don't know what's going on with Denise Richards. I don't even want to speculate. Just like question mark. Like
Always.
question mark.
Yeah.
Erica was cracking me up, like kind of just laughing at, being like, I'm sorry, Denise. Like, I am laughing at you right now. Like, but clearly they have some feelings about what's going on with Kyle and how she's acting. Watching Kyle and Morgan Wade interact, extremely uncomfortable to watch. I just, like, something about it made me, like,
It was like watching.
I didn't even find them to have, I don't know if they're trying to downplay any romantic chemistry or if they are just trying to be friends or like whatever, but I just felt like they felt awkward. I don't know. It was weird.
Watching it, I felt like Kyle was way more into Morgan than Morgan was into Kyle.
Right. Or even just like as a friend.
Like what
Morgan, like Kyle wants to like wear Morgan's skin.
Yeah, like yes, that's what it was like. No matter if it's a friendship, relationship, whatever it is, Kyle seemed like obsessive over Morgan.
Yeah.
And Morgan was kind of just like there.
Kyle, I feel like going through what she's going through, and maybe this is kind of what she was saying at dinner. She's like, seems like she is trying to keep herself distracted where she can't really feel what is going on in her marriage or else she will really be depressed. And she was like, I can't afford that to happen. So I feel like she's going through so much that she's almost hyper fixated on Morgan in a way that like it's keeping her out of thinking about what's going on, or like maybe she's just so hyper fixated on how Morgan lives her life and like free spirit and like I want to be like that now and that's how I should live my life. And I don't know, but it's interesting.
It's a little wacky for sure.
It is a little wacky. Squid Games, the new episodes came out. You watched that too?
I watched Squid Games too. Mark that down for me as well.
Squid Games, top notch. I fucking
So
love this
good.
show. So good. Like I'm giving Squid Games a B+. Really good. Just
Same.
so much the tears, the emotions. That last game, once again, like spoiler alert, like I feel
I feel like we shouldn't spoil this though, because I feel like people need to catch up on Squid Game.
You think the episodes came out last week?
Right,
Wednesday.
but people sometimes watch all at once. You know what I mean?
Thursday. Fine.
It's just like
That last game was fucking ruthless and I loved every second.
it was so good.
Wait, so it's over?
No, the
No,
finale's
the finale's
on
this
Wednesday.
week. That's why I think people will catch up for the finale. I mean, unbelievable. Like it just if you haven't watched it, watch it, because the emotions,
Yep.
the characters that you learn by the end of the season,
Yep.
it's all fantastic.
It really is. Love Island Australia, I will give a C. I'm just still watching that kind of like background noise at this point. And Joe and I watched the Dead Poet Society movie. I had never seen it. I'd seen parts of it, but I had never seen like the whole thing start to finish. Great movie. I'll give that I'll give it a A-. Beautifully made movie. Sad. It got to the point in the movie where I was like, okay, now I remember like that it gets sad. And I was like, oh, darn. But it is it's a great movie. And Robin Williams is fantastic. Anytime I watch like a really good Robin Williams movie too, it just makes me miss Robin Williams, you know? Just sad. But movie was great. And that's everything I watched. We already talked about Dance
Wait, what
with
did
the
you give
Stars.
Australia? I missed that.
See.
I kept up with Snowfall. Watched a couple episodes of that. I'll give that a B-. I'm kind of falling out of it. I don't know why. I'm just in it. It's like Suits. It's like, why did I stop watching that? But I liked it.
Yeah.
Murder at the End of the World. I watched the next episode. That's fallen off too. C+. Hopefully that picks up. I watched this movie 99 Homes. I don't know if you've heard of this.
No.
It was on Netflix, I think, from a few years ago. But it's Andrew Garfield and who was the other guy? But it was really good. I'll give it a B+. Kind of like a serious movie, but I'll give it a B+. Michael Shannon. I went to the movie theater.
The theater.
Saw The Holdovers. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
Paul Giamatti, his new movie.
I've never seen.
Nope. Haven't seen one ad, one commercial.
Amazing.
Yeah, really? I literally
Incredible.
haven't seen one.
And people are calling it like it's like an instant holiday classic. I fully agree.
Oh, I actually saw
It has
Clemmer
very
post about
Dead
it.
Poet Society vibes if you see the trailer. Or whatever.
Okay, I saw Clemmer post about this.
Yeah. A+. A+.
A+. Shit.
It is an
It
instant
has
classic.
a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So good.
Damn.
And it puts you in the holiday. Like it's like
A
perfect balance for
curmudgeonly
everything.
instructor at a New England prep school remains on campus during Christmas break to babysit a handful of students with nowhere to go.
The soundtrack, the way it was shot.
Wow, that
Everything
sounds like
about
something
it.
I would want to see.
You would. Very good. Very good. Yeah, honestly, one of the better movies I've seen in years.
Damn.
I watched The Other Zoe on Prime. I think I bought it.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen anything about this?
Yeah.
It's with Drew Starkey. He's in it.
Yeah.
Which some reason it has like an 83 on Rotten Tomatoes. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll give this a C. Like, it's just a weird premise, and like it wasn't that good in my opinion. It was fine.
It's like his girlfriend like gets him.
His girlfriend. No. So
he forgets which one his girlfriend is.
Yeah, he gets a concussion or something, and forgets his girlfriend's name is Zoe. This other girl's name is Zoe. He thinks this other Zoe is his girlfriend. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't that great.
That's confusing.
Yeah. I'll give it a C. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like good.
Mm-hmm.
May, December, we talked about. I'll give that a B minus. I think it was a solid movie, and it's not like for me. I didn't love it, but I can respect.
Yep.
Charles Melton did an incredible job.
Incredible.
I'm joking.
Incredible job he did.
I'm joking. I do think he did a good job.
He did a good job.
He didn't I didn't think, after I watched it, until I went online, I wasn't like, that performance was incredible. I just thought, oh, they were all great. Like,
yeah. That's exactly what I was trying to say in a much shorter amount of words.
I watched Better Watch Out, this movie. It's like a holiday movie. Also another one that was like wild. This is from a few years ago. Basically, this kid is like in love with his babysitter, and then I don't know if it's even a spoiler, but he goes on like a killing rampage and like kills everyone. Like this kid.
Did you say this is a holiday movie?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Holiday.
Better watch out this holiday season.
Holiday
and that
horror?
one's another one that got like a very good review. It's like, I'll give this one a C plus. It was like somewhat entertaining, but it was so wild. Like this little kid just like killing everyone. Okay.
Whoa.
Blindsided. I watched a documentary about Michael Orr.
How he was blindsided by the blind side.
Interesting, because I didn't know anything outside of the movie. Really, I didn't look into the story.
What's that on?
It's a CNN thing, but it was on HBO.
Okay.
Or Max. It is wild though when you like see all the facts presented. It's like, oh my god, like they just completely made up everything. He knew how to play football before. He was like a very energetic, like charismatic kid, and they made him look like this idiot in the movie, and he hated it. And I'll give that a C plus. So because it's like, it wasn't. I don't think it was done like that well. It was just a quick like CNN thing. I watched Barbie for the first time.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I really like didn't. I was just like, I guess I should, but I didn't like. I wasn't looking forward to it because I just know that's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'll give it a B minus. And if I'm being honest, I would probably give it lower, but I just don't want people to come for me.
You can give it lower. The whole conversation that we had about this was the fact that like it's okay if the movie's not for you.
I respect that it's not. I respect it. It's not for me. I just like it's a little too corny for me, and
that's okay.
Just, I don't know. It just wasn't.
If we know Noah, he hates corny shit.
I don't even hate corny.
You do though.
Because I feel like it kind of reminded me of Elf in some ways, of like you put this person in another world, or like Fat Albert.
But Elf is like holiday, like
and it's funny.
Yeah.
Barbie's funny. I mean, there's some. I don't know. I just wasn't like into it. And then the last thing I watched was the first 2 episodes of this new show on Max, Bookie. Have you seen this? Sebastian.
Marty watched it. He said it was god awful.
See, I don't think it was god awful. It's not getting like great reviews.
What is it? Is it Sebastian Stan?
Sebastian
Maniscalco. Oh, Maniscalco.
And he's just like plays a book. I thought it was pretty funny, but maybe like I'm not Italian. Maybe it's like this. Maybe he's like
because Marty is like an
too
Italian
close to home,
gambler.
An Italian gambler.
Or maybe it's too close to him.
Yeah.
So maybe he's
like, this is not an accurate
portrayal. How we act.
Honestly, that probably is what it is. I was gonna give it a B minus. I was like, it's kind of funny. I like him. They're really short and easy to watch. I thought it was pretty funny, but I'll talk to Marty about that. I don't know.
I napped during that. I was like, you could watch it. I'm gonna take.
But
a nap.
That's it. The one takeaway should be everyone should watch The Holdovers.
Okay.
I think maybe Friday night I will go see that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. That wraps up all the things we watched this week. This interview is brought to you by Coors Light. The holidays, they're full of get-togethers and celebrations, but in between all the excitements, it can get hectic. Whether you're decorating your apartment and you got a mini tree and decided you hate the mini tree and you want a big tree instead, and you're all excited, but you're also a little stressed out, so at the same time, you want to sit back, relax, crack open a Coors Light that are made to chill during this holiday season. Take a second to chill this holiday season with Coors Light, the beer that is made to chill. You can take a break from the holiday hustle with your Coors Light. Like I said, all the excitement is there, and you may just really need a second to chill. And the mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold, just like the one I am holding. It's nice and cold and refreshing, and the mountains are obviously blue to let you know that that is the case. That way, you always know it's time to chill. When you need to hit reset, just open a Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Make time to chill this holiday season and reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. All right, everyone, we are here with two very special guests. We are joined by Amanda and Jordan from this season of Winter House. Season 3. We've been keeping up, and we are so excited that you guys are here to talk with us today. Thanks for joining us.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
Okay, we're excited. We're going to jump into it. I want to know what the two of your relationship is like, because Jordan, you were on the show from the beginning. Mm-hmm. Amanda, you were sick, so you kind of just slid in there. And I felt like I missed, who does Amanda know? Who does she not know? So did you guys know each other before Winter House, or did you meet on the show?
I think we met on
there.
Yeah, we met on the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew nothing about, I don't think I knew anything about you.
Yeah.
I walked in and I just remember looking at you. You had no makeup on, and I just pulled you aside and I was like, you are so beautiful.
Yeah.
That did happen. Yes.
I was like, wow.
You
And
have
then
to,
we
when
just kept
someone's beauty
on with
just
our
strikes
day.
you like that,
Yeah.
you just have to let
Especially
them know.
when you're coming off of having whatever insane illness you
Yeah.
had, that you're just
Yeah.
your words just come out because you're just kind of
I was
delusional.
delusional.
Yeah.
And I think the night before you had just been crying.
Yeah,
and
that was
stuff
my breakdown.
too, and I had no
yes.
idea.
Right.
So that must have been a nice little boost of confidence.
Yeah,
for you.
I mean, and I also was worried because you don't see it necessarily, but Kyle actually slept in the bed next to mine that night. And so we're talking about it, and I'm like, this is great. Your wife is coming. You're sleeping down here. I don't know what she's going to think about this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He fell asleep in your bed. Are you okay?
Sorry for his behavior.
Yeah.
What was it like going in? Because you showed up and then you were in it, and then you're like, guys, I got to sit this one out.
It was, I had neurovirus, coming out of both ends 24 hours before I
The
arrived.
worst.
The worst.
Awful.
I didn't even
I
know
cannot
what
be
it
in a house
was.
with new people with this going on.
No.
Yeah.
And it's everyone parties on, in the house. So it was I was worried, but I was so glad that everyone was so hungover when I arrived because we were all on the same level. But yeah, I just kept getting super nauseous every night, which I mean, I normally go to bed early, so it was just another reason to bow out.
Right, exactly.
I was like, I don't think I can make it till 3 a.m. every single night.
Jordan, were you expecting the level of partying that these guys do? Because honestly, I don't know if impresses me is the word, but I'm shocked by it of every season that I see of every show.
When the producers hit us with the timestamp on the bottom of the screen and it's 4:30 a.m., I'm like, oh my God, what?
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it. I think I would be like, guys, I'm really tired. I'm going to go into bed.
And you guys were coming from the East Coast.
Right. The combination of all of it, that mixed with the altitude for me, because I'm not used to skiing, snowboarding, anything like that. So all of that had me deceased. Mm-hmm. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared.
Will get you.
I would have gotten an IV before, and I did get one during and after, because it's a lot.
Yeah, one of our days off, Jordan went and got an IV.
Literally. I wouldn't have survived without it.
Right.
I feel like it's something you need.
Yeah, exactly. Jordan, what was your initial reaction for the group? Amanda, you've spent more time with everybody that's in Winter House. Jordan, there are some new people that I don't think that you spent time with. How did you feel?
I felt like everybody was new.
Yeah.
The little people that I had met, it was very much in passing at a party or something. It wasn't really that intricate. Danielle and I had a couple of dinners before. But I was a little intimidated. My Summer House Martha's Vineyard hadn't come out yet. So it was I didn't know what to expect. I don't know. I'm thinking about how I'm going to be edited there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in this place that I don't know. I've never been. So it was a little intimidating.
Right. Doing 2 shows before the first, filming the second show before the first one even airs is kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I don't know
you have
how
no
you did
idea.
that.
Yeah.
It's I don't really. am I gonna have 2 seasons of people being like, what is happening?
Like back to back. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I just
that
screwed
was
myself twice.
Right, exactly. And you don't
Right.
even know. You have no time to react.
Yeah, so that anxiety was there, very
Yes.
much present.
Did you know how far in advance, or like, did you guys even know who was going to be there on the show? Like the cast, full cast.
Somewhat for the most part. I mean, Kyle always like does his digging like Kyle can't go into things without knowing what's going on. So Kyle would like
Kyle
just be
moonlights
talking
as a casting director.
He literally like calls production, calls people at Bravo, calls everyone to figure like, so what about like who's gonna be blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I had somewhat of an idea. I think the biggest thing for me was making sure that at the time Tom Sandoval was not there because we were going to start filming 1 week after Sandoval broke.
And he was supposed to go.
Yeah. And I was like, how do I sit there and film a show where we're supposed to be getting along and having fun knowing that all of this is going
And
on?
it would have like dominated the whole show.
1,000%.
It would have been another season of Vanderpump just with a different group of people.
Yeah, and we're not that close. We didn't know exactly what's going on, and he would have wanted to like escape too. And I was like, I won't go.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. How did you deal with Tom Schwartz being there? Were you guys like pressing him for questions at all? Because obviously during that time, people want to know answers.
Everyone was dying
Everybody
for
wanted
info.
to know answers.
Because I came in late, I didn't want to like re-ask him everything. So I think there was more conversation the first few days.
I didn't really ask, to be honest. I felt like it was clear that he needed the time off.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna mind my business and I'll watch the reunion later.
Right.
But when he did record the reunion, I was definitely like, oh, what happened? That part, I was like, give me the tea.
No,
After you made friends a little bit, you were like, wait, now I can
like,
ask
you've had a
him.
week and a half. What happened?
As soon as he came back to the house after filming the reunion, we were like, tell us everything.
That's insane. Jordan, who do you think gave you the warmest welcome in the house?
Honestly, Kyle. I feel like Kyle and I had a very hilarious friendship that I wish they showed more of. But he definitely welcomed me with open arms, and anytime there was something that was going on, he'd check in with me. And yeah, I would say
He's
Mr.
good like
Cookie.
that.
Yeah, making sure the new people feel
Yeah, they both had a love for
welcome.
music. He was very jealous of Jordan's DJing. Wouldn't let her DJ a lot. Would just take the
Still
phone.
doesn't. Still doesn't.
So, I mean, we're watching it, and it's been kind of more so than any of the other shows, I feel like, whether it's Summer House or Summer House Martha's Vineyard or like even past seasons of Winter House, they threw in a mix of people that we haven't seen together, and a lot of them are single. So there's been way more hookups so far than I think we've seen on any of the past seasons. How did you guys keep up with who was flirting with who and who was in what room?
I love staying out of this stuff, and I love just watching it all. Like, I love hearing about it and not really paying too much mind to it, but why don't you?
Yeah, I mean, a married
Take
woman
it.
versus single woman.
Yeah, 'cause I
and the
was
guys
like-
were
I was
falling
like,
over
come
for
to
Jordan.
me with all of your problems.
Yeah.
That was like our in-house
I'm living
therapist.
for the drama.
Yeah.
I mean, the first night was intense. There was definitely, some moves being made and missed.
Poor Jordan having to navigate, just like stay
That
back.
hot tub
I
scene
did
was
not like that
so
at
uncomfortable
all.
to watch.
Okay, I guess because now we know Alex and like we're friends with him and we know how like harmless it was. I thought it was so iconic how slowly he moved. Like he was still testing the waters the whole time.
It was like he thought he was invisible or something.
It's almost like he was like, "Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do? Are we going?"
And my
to?
thing is like, I let him come all the way in because if you're gonna do it, do it. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
You almost want to see like, is he really gonna go all the way?
Yeah.
Right. Slow
You're like,
motion.
is he gonna keep
Like, I'm
is
not
he
gonna
gonna
like
go
a
into
green
his
light.
face?
I'm
Slow
just
mo,
gonna let you
put his lips
handle
on my
this.
lips.
Right.
When you turned your head at the last second, I was like, yes, thank God.
I wonder if he would have came in faster if you would have he would have been able to plant one on you.
I was looking right at him.
I think you had so much time to think about it. He gave you like too much time to consider it, and you were just like, nah.
That was never. I wasn't feeling it in that moment. When he was like, "Oh, you're so gorgeous," I'm like, "And
Yeah.
what does that mean? Like, are you?
Thank you. I
don't
have
even
a
know my
mirror.
last name at this point. What are we doing?"
I'm glad to hear a different side of it coming from the people who were actually there, because watching it, I was like, I hate this guy. Like, there was no part of me that was like, oh yeah, she should. I was like, no. And then when Danielle hooked up with him, I was like, no. Like, why is anybody falling for this? And like Fran said, like the hookups, the flirting was all there. And I forgot who said it. They were like, so who got some last night? And I was like, I feel like it's never been openly talked about like this, right?
No.
Like right in the morning, everyone's waking up. It's like, who hooked up with who?
Right.
Which
I feel like we
obviously
all
makes
went
it-
in there collectively, the single people and
just
the
me and
question
Kyle.
marks.
Yeah.
We were very much open to a little schmoozing.
Rendezvous.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was there anybody that you had like actually really did have your eye on? Because I know like there was some talks about Corey, but then Corey kind of really, I don't know, like kind of hid his relationship status and then shared his relationship status.
Right.
I don't know what was going on there.
That
but
was bizarre.
that, how did you feel about that?
I mean, it definitely wasn't clear at first. And I
Yeah.
think that's why you see Malia and I kind of like, can we or can we not? We were
Yeah.
kind of getting green light. Like there was no clarity. And then once that conversation with Casey happened, it was very clear. So I think after that, I was like, okay, I'm over this. This is too much.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick to Cowboys or nothing. Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
with Corey, I think watching it, we were all confused because we know that he's with Sam, and it was like, okay, this is bizarre. Like, I think everybody knows that they are dating. You came in late. When you found out what was happening, were you kind of pissed a little bit, being like, Corey, you're dating Sam?
I mean, I was gonna let Corey dig his own grave. Like, if he was gonna do that, then like, you know, he doesn't deserve to be with Sam.
Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna like try to block him.
Right.
Like, you know, if
like
you're
show
gonna-
your true colors,
Yeah, like if
because
you're
then
gonna
you
make
don't
a mistake,
deserve
you're
her.
gonna
Yeah.
make your own mistake. But there were definitely a few times where I feel like I was like side eyeing him, like watch yourself.
Yeah.
Like I'm going right. I got my phone on me. Like, not blaming the girls. Like this is on
Right.
you if anything happens
sh-
because you're in control.
Right, because he's not making it clear to everybody else.
Did Sam have any interest in doing the show, or she does come or not?
She
As
does
like a-
she
yeah,
does
yeah, yeah.
visit.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
she
okay.
comes out. Yeah, I'm not sure what the whole situation was, but she does
Yeah.
end up coming.
Okay. Because that was an interesting dynamic too, with Casey kind of being like, she's all my friends say, friends who
Yeah.
know her or whatever. Trash is like honestly the last word I would use to describe
but
her.
Casey uses trash to
Right.
describe herself.
Right.
Yeah,
She calls herself a trash panda.
Right.
Like the way trash comes out of her mouth is just so natural. I wouldn't be surprised if her friends didn't even use that word.
Right,
and in
right.
her mind, that was just like what she came up
it's
with.
kind of like a throwaway word sometimes.
Right.
That can
It's
mean
a trash
like,
word.
Yeah, like it's like can be used for a couple of different things. But I thought it was funny how she was like that was. And kind of aware where she was like, I think I was just reverting back to like mean girl ways where you just like talk about somebody that
Yeah.
you don't really know. And that's the initial
caught up in
reaction. Yeah, you get
But
caught
they
up in the
do
drama.
have a lot of mutual friends. I think Sam has like dated one or two really close friends of Casey's. There's like a lot of crossover there, but they've just never met. And I'm sure, especially when you date someone, they're not talking like really nicely about their ex. So there's probably some of that mixed in there too.
Yeah.
And Casey, I think, was just trying to hype you up.
I do. I really genuinely think she was just trying to like, I was like, don't care. Like,
Right,
I
right,
just-
right.
That's why you hear me say, I'm like, well, I'm from Jersey and okay.
And
cool.
so am
Like,
I. And
Right.
We're just all trash.
Yeah. Basically.
Long Island trash.
I'm Jersey trash, too, so
Trash
all right here. Okay, so a lot of the hookups, a lot of the below deck girls, and I honestly like I've never really watched Below Deck, so I don't know too much about them, but they seem like a blast. And I feel like if you do, it makes sense for them to be a part of like a Winter House type show because those yachties know how to party.
And they know how to clean.
Yeah, yes.
They're very well rounded.
Did they clean the kitchen a lot?
Every
night.
morning and night.
Yeah.
They would like sometimes clean halfway through
Right.
and then in the morning wake up and clean again. And I was like, you guys come back. If you're coming back, I'll come back.
Yeah. I mean this
clean.
in the nicest way possible, the way I'm going to say this. I'm kind of referring to like, you know, when Vanderpump Rules, when they would like work at SUR, you know what I mean? Like they're actually working on a yacht.
That's
you
their
know what I
job
mean?
for
Like
real.
they like
Yeah.
really have a job where they have
That
to
is their
do
job.
it. It's their job. Whereas like when we would watch shows where they're working at a restaurant, it's like they don't really work at the restaurant.
Yeah, they're like, there's still so much drama.
Yeah.
But I think that's like the biggest difference is because Below Deck is one that I haven't really watched a lot of because there's so
Only
many
seen
of
it
them
on
and there's
cable.
so much turnover and but you know the way people know them is while they're working. So they're completely different people when they don't have a boss, don't have a job to do.
Like
are
they
able
were
to just,
really
like,
on
let
vacation,
loose.
like for real.
Yeah.
So I
and
think
still working harder than most of us.
That's crazy. What did you guys think of the Katie and Tom Schwartz connection?
I think it's exactly what Tom Schwartz needed.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Katie kind of just kept pushing it. I felt a little uncomfortable for me just because I knew him like as a married man,
Right.
and friends with his now ex. It felt a little bit like wrong to like watch it happen. I felt inappropriate, but I think it's what he needed in that moment.
Yeah, I agree. He needed all the love he could get.
Yeah. He's just a confused man. Like when he's like a lot, but he's just
We
a
were
lost
talking about the
puppy,
show last week, and we were
it
just like, sometimes
work anymore. You know what I mean?
The Schwartz stick has washed. You know,
It used
after
to
watching it for
work.
so long,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my god, I love him, so cute.
Like,
but now I'm
oh,
like,
get
now
it
every
together.
time that
Yeah.
Schwartz is like, I'm just little Tom Schwartz.
Like,
we're like, all right, you're a grown man,
Right,
Like,
like
come on.
every time you see him, he's like, whoopsie daisy. It's like,
I know.
no, yeah,
It's like when he walks, it's like,
right. It's like, no, like it's time to get it together. Like it worked at one point. It's not really working anymore. And I think people are like, you know,
worked for
well,
Katie,
right,
new
right.
Katie.
And that's for
Right.
Floody.
Right, yeah.
That she was pushing him. She was kind of like, this is stupid. Like I'm over this. Like stop like acting like this
Yeah.
and like grow up and mature. And I think he needed that like kick in the butt.
He needs like every woman in his life to be like, grow the fuck up. Like that's
feel
what
like this
seems
is
to
the
be
first
happening.
Most men
time
do.
he's really ever
Not
had
all.
to kind of learn from his mistakes in a way, and we're all seeing it for the first time because even I watched Vanderpump from the beginning. I feel like even when he was with Katie, she would be trying to hold him accountable, but he would just get away with it. And so it's like it's hard to embody new traits if you're not really challenged to do it. And so I think this whole year obviously has been a challenge for him. So I hope he, you know,
And it
hardens
sounded
up a
like
little
he
bit.
was
Yeah.
kind of learning because he does, you know, talk about how he doesn't want to disrespect his, you know, Katie. And do, you know, any of that stuff like on camera and film it and whatever. So he was trying to learn.
Yeah.
He's trying to navigate, and I feel like he needs to learn to navigate life on his own. If that makes sense. Like I feel like he has lived life. Like I don't even know if worrying about other people is the word, but like attaching himself to Sandoval and this person, and it's like he needs to just like lock in on himself.
This was the first time I think we've seen him without Katie and without Tom.
Right.
Like on his own.
Right.
Yeah, so he's probably like, what the hell do I do?
A true lost little puppy.
Just landed in Colorado. How did I get here?
It's like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
But it did feel like Winter House fell at a good time for a lot of people to sort of have these like reboundish type flings on whether it was on camera or not on camera. Like with Danielle too, I felt it was sad. I was sad for her because obviously you're coming out of a breakup, like that sucks. But Alex was the perfect like distraction, I felt like, and it sucked that maybe you get a little too attached or whatever. I don't miss Alex having sex with her and then like going and talking to the other girls is not great.
Yeah.
No.
But Amanda, how was your relationship with Danielle been? Because even there was like in the past episode, there was like a second where Danielle was like looking for that someone to be on her side and she like wasn't quite getting it.
It took me also we had been drinking.
Yes.
All
yes,
day.
clearly. Yes.
So I was a little slower to answer for multiple reasons. But like in my mind, I was kind of like, okay, if I had just slept with Kyle and then he was talking to someone, like doesn't faze me. So I was like, okay, let me put myself in like your shoes. If I just met this person. I was like, give me a second.
No, you were.
I wouldn't care.
Maybe you were like, let me just like get in character for a second.
I really need to be like, okay, if I just met Kyle. And I also didn't want to like hype her up more. I think it was like a difficult thing to navigate. But I mean, Danielle and I are good. She really loves that loyalty of a friend, which I mean we all appreciate, but I also like to be honest with my friends and not give like false information just to have your back or just to take your side, because I don't want to like make you look crazy or feel crazy or seem crazy.
Yeah. Everybody needs a friend like that.
Yeah. That's what Sierra and Paige hate and love about me, is I always play devil's advocate, because I'm like, before you work yourself up too much,
Right.
what if it wasn't
that
really
friend,
like
though.
that.
Yeah.
But Danielle and I are good. I think the Robert stuff with her ex was hard to come right out of. And there was something that happened like right before filming too. But she really like kept her head up and just was doing whatever made her happy. And I think that's exactly what she needed, no matter how, it ends or how it goes throughout the winter. She needed everything.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are the first Bravo folk that we have had in here post BravoCon. How was it?
I'm still recovering.
Yeah.
Like
You guys both
still
looked
low.
amazing.
Amazing,
Amazing
outfits were
outfits.
incredible.
Yeah,
Bringing
we tried.
it. Yeah.
We
We
worked hard.
always text about our outfits.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, so what are we doing?
Yeah.
How much preparation goes into the outfits / like, is that the most stressful part?
Yeah.
My most stressful part was my hair. My hairstylist dropped out like the day before.
Oh my gosh.
And I
That's
was
a
like, oh
nightmare.
my God, who's
Yeah.
going to take care of these wiglets?
Yeah.
So that was stressful. The outfits, I was like, listen, I'm hiring somebody. I'm
Yeah,
giving
yeah,
you the
yeah.
mood board.
Yeah.
You do
Yeah.
what you do.
Well,
and tell me
even,
what
I mean,
need.
I work with the stylist for like those looks too. And even that for me is stressful, because I'm like, yeah, you could put together an outfit, but does the outfit look like it's wearing me? Because I
Right.
feel like that happens to me so often in like finding a personal style. But it was
Totally.
weeks.
Trying to, like, wearing something that's super trendy, but you're like, I know that this is cool, but
just
is it
look
cool
like-
on me?
Yeah, it looks like someone like put my head
Yes.
on like someone else's body. But yeah, there's a lot of like back and forth with the clothing stuff. And also you're wearing it all day, so you want to be comfortable, the shoe situation. It's a whole thing, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. We get to have like fun with the looks too. It's like our own little like concert
Right.
show type
Yeah.
thing. But draining. I slept
Yeah.
for a week straight after.
I can imagine, especially
Vegas,
going
man.
from here to Vegas, and then it's nonstop. You wake up super early in the morning. You're going all night long. Is there a lot of like gossip and rumors swirling around while you guys are there, like being texted? Because everybody's in one place, like every Bravo celebrity all at once.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely some tea being piped down.
Right.
But not as much as I was expecting. I thought there was going to be scandals all over the place. I'm a little disappointed. I thought it was going to be like reading books.
I know. I feel like there's probably still. I feel like there was more like tea with like the housewives and stuff too.
Always
yeah.
the housewives every year at
Those women.
BravoCon. They let loose a little bit. It's like when they go on
Yeah,
vacation. You
literally.
see it every season.
Did you have any barefoot run-ins with Giselle and
Actually, so yes, I had my shoes on.
Yes.
Okay, the whole time. And that bathroom was so clean that I walked into that one time. Can I just say it was 3 stalls. It
Yep.
was like a private restroom, but whatever.
If you have to
It
take your
is what
shoes
it
off
is.
for any occasion, whatever,
Day
you're gonna
three.
go. You're gonna go wash them.
I have
You're
no
gonna go
problem
take a shower.
with
I
that.
have no problem.
It's the bottom of my foot.
I have
You know?
walked.
Yeah, like who's looking at
yeah.
it? Kyle's
What
not
else
in-
is it touching?
Kyle's
The
not
ground.
in his
Right.
feet, so it wasn't like you know.
I have walked on the streets of New York City after a night out with no shoes on.
Who
Hasn't.
hasn't?
Things happen.
You have to.
If you're not a 20-something-year-old coming home drunk from the bar without your
your
shoes
shoes-
on, you haven't experienced New York.
Right. You didn't go hard enough, and you just
Just one, even
wash your
just
feet
one time.
Get in the
Just
shower.
once.
That's it.
Yeah, so I did run into them. Actually, Giselle posted on her Instagram story. She was barefoot, standing in front of her, like a picture of herself, and she was like, she said something cute and like tagged me in it. But it's like it's all love there. It was just a fun, silly little moment.
Yeah.
But I guess Robin is like a big germaphobe, so it was really gross to her, which
Yeah.
I understand.
You know, the people who really like, you can't touch.
Right.
I didn't say it wasn't gross. I just said I didn't care.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Totally,
How
I
was that?
get that.
Yeah.
I get that completely.
How was the Bravo Awards? I watched them on TV and I was like
Multiple
loving
times.
multiple times on cable.
I still need to see it.
They replayed it so many
Do you just have to
Multiple
like
times.
streaming like Bravo
No,
on
like,
constantly?
when
She had it on her
sitting on
TV
the
in a
couch.
hotel room when we went
it
to
just
live
like
show.
on
She was like,
mute?
the Bravo Awards are on. This is the third time I'm watching them. I'm like,
I will
turn
say
on,
this.
change the
This
channel.
is
or,
during a
like-
time where we were traveling a ton for our shows, and you're in the hotel room and you put on cable.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like the best. Like when you're in a hotel and you're like, ooh, what's on cable?
Right.
Bravo. There you
Yeah.
go. And she came in the room. I was like, this is my third time watching the Bravo Awards.
Okay, so what was your favorite part of the Bravo Awards?
Listen, it's been a little bit now. So my memory's faded. You know what I thought was funny? When Andy played that game that nobody understood and they thought he was talking about himself, when he was like, I'm the best dressed at the Bravo Awards, and everyone put up disagree.
Yeah, oh my God.
And he was like, I'm not talking about myself. I mean you. Like, I am the best dressed at the Bravo Awards. That was funny.
I
yeah.
loved Vicky's
forgot about that.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
I thought that was really
Yeah.
cute. What I mean, there was
The
everyone.
performance he gave.
Yeah, there was a lot of bathroom breaks that no one was allowed to take that everyone just kept taking. Right, like everyone just kept getting up and going, and I thought that was funny. There's a lot of people don't follow the rules.
Right.
they're
I
all
can't
they're
imagine.
all
You can't.
above and more important
Yeah.
than any of the rules.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Every single one of them.
How was seeing like the Carl and Lindsay interactions in real life?
As to be expected.
Yeah.
like.
Was that the first time everyone had been with them all together?
Yeah, that's
Like,
the first
yeah,
time we'd
yeah,
all been together, but not the first time they'd seen each other.
Yeah.
They were at the Winter House premiere party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'd gotten together like once or twice, like in passing, I think, at their apartment too. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be uncomfortable for a while, honestly, I think, until the show airs.
Right.
I
Right,
think.
because they have to
know.
live through it again.
Yeah.
And then have everyone's opinion on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jordan, Martha's Vineyard, you filmed this whole second season.
Yep.
How did you feel about that? You feel good coming out of season 2?
I don't know how I feel,
Yeah.
to be honest, other than fatigued. I
She worked hard.
I really I threw an epic party that hopefully you guys will see.
Okay.
But yeah, it's interesting. The dynamic is changed a lot because obviously Silas wasn't there. Jasmine, was pregnant, is pregnant still.
Yes.
So it's different.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more spicy.
Okay.
Definitely more partying, but also more long chats. So
Well, I do like the sound of that because I did really like the first season, but every new show needs a little spiciness.
Yeah.
There needs to be some hookups. There needs to be some single people that
Right.
get
Definitely.
stir it up a
Yeah.
little bit.
yeah.
Right.
But I was happy. Well, I was excited when I saw that you guys were renewed for the second season.
Jordan
That's not at
texted
all.
me like midway through filming and she was just like overwhelmed. I'm like, you got this.
Yeah.
If you're having all these conversations, that's because you're important. Okay. You were important.
She did say
and
that.
you were needed.
That is so fair, and a good person to go to as far as like Amanda's done
sure.
many summer
Yeah.
seasons.
Yeah.
Like I can,
I've seen it all.
yeah.
the go-to therapist. I'm like
Yeah.
dead ass. She is the one that
I was like, you call me, but you
Right.
got this.
Yeah.
Amanda, do you ever feel like now that you've done a ton of seasons, are you like, guys, should we go somewhere different, or is that not in the cards?
Every year, I'm like, I will go anywhere by a body of water, somewhere warm. Like, please send me anywhere else. I don't think it's happening. I'm like, let's do a winter house
pretty
somewhere
solidified now.
tropical.
I
yeah.
just think, and I think like I don't know if it was Lindsay or somebody posted or pitched like a young
Ultimate girls
trip
It should be
Yeah.
a thing.
of like your of like that age group.
I call
That
it
would be
the,
so
the
good.
younger generation.
Yeah,
Bravo.
like the younger generation all on a trip would be so fun.
So
whether it's
good.
like Summer House, Below Deck, Vanderpump, like mix it all up, put them
yeah,
all.
a bunch of girls.
Send you guys like Turks and Caicos or
Yeah,
something.
do like
Please.
one that's like all
This
the
is a
quiet
request.
girls, and then one that's all like the spicy girls.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I don't know why.
I would watch.
I think that they will do that soon
yeah.
enough.
It's
I
only-
want to go
right,
and be
it's
off
only a matter of
camera.
time.
I'm gonna go and watch it.
Yeah,
happen.
you're like, I'll just book my own trip and watch
Yeah.
it from afar.
I'll pay for the hotel. I just want to be there.
Okay, we're gonna wrap up, but
Loverboy
we're gonna
sponsoring.
do a quick little winter house superlatives.
Okay.
You guys were there for, what, a couple
3
weeks?
weeks,
You
yeah.
know, you're there. You get to know each other pretty well. But it's like you graduated from winter house. So superlatives for this season. Who was the best, the most problematic?
Ooh, that's spicy.
I love her, but I think towards the end, Danielle definitely became.
So I mean,
That's
yeah,
totally fair. That's
yeah,
totally fair.
yeah. I mean, look, it from the viewer, it seems to be trending in that direction.
Yeah.
I love her. It's,
know?
it's for she's going through it. But
Exactly.
It definitely.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
that's
She was
why
a lot
like
going
she's
on.
allowed to be
Yeah.
have that
Yeah.
role right
Yes.
now
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
like you're allowed to have
Not
that
in a
after a
bad
breakup
way.
like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Totally.
Yes.
Who was the biggest grandma or grandpa?
Me.
Yeah.
Easily. Maybe you right behind
Yeah,
me sometimes.
I'd probably be next after that.
I think I'd go to bed first and you
Me
were
or
right-
Casey.
yeah.
It depended on the day. Yeah.
You love to be comfy, cozy.
In
Same.
bed.
Yeah.
I was on the top floor too. So even when I was in bed, I could still hear everyone hanging out and having fun. So I felt like I was
Yeah.
part of it.
But you're like, except I'm laying down and
oh
uncomfortable.
yeah, in my jam. Every night I'm like, let's get into our comfies.
Oh my God. As soon as I walk into the
A
door.
onesie brunch was
Brilliant.
amazing.
Brilliant.
Why we're here.
Best and worst drunk.
Best drunk. Casey. I
Casey is
just
my
think is an
favorite
icon
drunk.
when she's
Casey's my
out
favorite
of
drunk.
control.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Her looking for her phone and it being like in the cabinet is really.
She looks
very
for every. She
Yeah.
was looking for I think her jacket one night. She even left her jacket. We were all together on Tuesday. We went back to our place. She left her
was
jacket
wondering why she didn't
at
have a
my
jacket.
apartment. I had to bring it to her
There you
this
go.
morning. She's always losing everything. And then the worst drunk.
I'm gonna have to say Danielle on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only because I
Problematic
think
drunk.
that's when all the things start
Go
coming up.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
We saw it in
But
the
we
trailer.
love her. But Danielle's
Yeah.
also simultaneously one of my favorite
Yes.
drunks.
And I do think she was aware of that too. Like that scene, she was giving him so much shit at the party, but then waking up, she was like, I almost murdered you last night.
Right.
I had a knife in my hand.
She
So at
owns
least she
it.
can laugh about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Least problematic.
Brian.
I was gonna say Brian, but Brian gets a
I was
little
gonna say Brian.
mischievous.
Yeah.
Spicy.
He
too.
gets least problematic.
Katie.
Maybe. Yeah.
Katie?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd
I would
say
say Floody. Yeah.
Best winter style.
I loved.
I'm gonna give it to myself.
I was gonna say Jordan or
myself.
Danielle.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Danielle.
Yeah.
Also there. Yeah.
Jordan and Danielle definitely.
I
Danielle
like
with the
that.
coats for sure.
Yeah.
I borrowed something
Her
every day.
winter
Yeah.
wardrobe is like so opposite
Yeah.
of Summer House.
I feel
It's
like she
great.
also has that because she spent so much time in Aspen. Like she
Yeah.
has that good. She knows
Yeah.
how to dress for that for Colorado.
Biggest flirt.
Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
everyone-
That
That's
one's an easy one.
I was
right?
thinking Corey, but then I feel like he got in check a little bit.
Yeah.
and then-
Even with me, I have to be like Alex. Like, come on, be appropriate.
He does not discriminate. He hits on the guys too.
Yeah. He really seems to just appreciate a pretty person.
Right.
He does. He does.
Like-
and we accepted
And he
that.
tells
Right.
you, and he tells you that, which is nice.
He's open about
Yeah, I was
it.
like,
Yeah.
Carol's
That's what
not
I'm saying. We love a
complimenting me.
compliment.
Come on, keep it going.
Yeah, right. Most awkward, or who had the most awkward moments? You think?
You were on the receiving end of the most
Yeah,
awkward
I was gonna
moments.
say. I feel like I was witness to a lot of it.
Yeah,
Right.
but I think Brian
Yeah, Brian, 1000%.
most awkward.
Yeah.
Just most awkward.
Ogre.
period.
All the little comments. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
His mom.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my god, he has
funny.
a few funny comments for the rest of the in the rest of the season. It's great.
Amazing. Well, we've loved watching it. We're gonna continue. Winter House Wednesday nights.
Tuesdays.
I was gonna say, it's because I don't want.
'cause
I
you're
watch
not
on
watching it
Peacock on
live.
Wednesdays.
Wednesday night is Beverly Hills
Tuesday
in Miami.
on Bravo, Wednesdays on Peacock.
Yes, Tuesday nights on Bravo. Where she's watching. Maria's watching live on Bravo. I'm watching the next day on Peacock. That's why I was like, I watch every Wednesday. Yes. Tuesday nights on Bravo. What time are you guys on?
9.
9 p.m. Eastern. can tune in live or you can watch the next
Watch
day.
next day on Peacock.
And
Or
if
the
you're,
day after that.
if you're tuning in live, there's one person you can talk
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
If you want to chat with
message
me,
Rhea, she will
I will be
answer.
watching live every Bravo show live on cable.
Thank you guys
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you guys.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching. Reminder, everybody coming to the New York show, do not forget to bring your signs. We need that place flooded with signs for our segment, and we appreciate everybody who makes the signs and comes to the show. We can't wait to see you guys. Love you very, very much, and we will talk to you on Wednesday. We will have an episode out, but if you're coming to the show on Wednesday, don't listen. You know what I mean? Don't get sick of us. All right, love you guys. Bye.